Hey, we all know who a narcissist is. This is a terrible monster, a demon, a good-for-nothing human being whose main mission is to destroy you, to hurt you, to punish you. A narcissist is someone who is very arrogant, who lacks empathy, who wants to drain you emotionally, who wants to milk you of your energy. Now, narcissists only focus on their needs. They need constant attention, constant validation, constant admiration, constant recognition from you. They need constant praise. They need you to give them attention, negative or positive attention. They need it from you. Now, when a narcissist blocks you, it has several meanings. Remember, these are individuals who want to use you, misuse you, then discard you. Why do they block you on their cell phone? Why do they block you on social media platforms? Why do they block you everywhere? Number one, the narcissist blocks you because they have this need for control and power. When they block you, it is a power game. It's a power move. They are doing that to control you. Remember, the narcissist's main mission is to control you, to control everything about you, to control how you think, how you do things. They want to control even your environment. So when they block you, it's a sign that they need control. They need power. They need to control and have power over you. Remember, narcissists are master manipulators. They're highly manipulative creatures. They engage in manipulative behavior to maintain their sense of superiority. They'll do anything to control you through manipulative tactics and strategies. Now, the other reason why the narcissist will block you is because they're doing what we call the passive aggressive behavior. The narcissist will block you on social media, for instance. They will not even discuss with you the reasons why they're doing that. It is a passive aggressive way for the narcissist to show you that they are dissatisfied with your actions. You've done something that they're not happy about. They're not happy about your behavior, so they block you. When they block you, it allows them to cut you out of their life without addressing the actual issue. Now, this blocking behavior reflects the narcissist's inability to confront problems directly. They block you because they cannot face the problems directly and talk them out. So they have this passive aggressive behavior. The other reason why the narcissist will block you on social media platforms, they'll block you on cell phone, on WhatsApp, it's because they are trying to devalue you and to manipulate you. Blocking you is part of the narcissist's manipulative tactics. It's part of the narcissist's devaluation. And it happens during the devaluation stage of narcissistic cycle of abuse. The narcissist will block you to make you feel unstable. They block you to drive you crazy. They block you to make you feel less of a person. They block you to confuse you, to hurt you, to put you down, to destroy you. So when the narcissist blocks you, they are devaluing you. It is a way for them to exert full control and manipulation on you. It is their way of manipulating your emotions. So when they block you, it is also accompanied by the silent treatment. And the main aim of them blocking you is to punish you. The narcissist is blocking you to punish you, to teach you a lesson. Because there's something you didn't do that they wanted you to do. There's something they're not happy about, so they're blocking you to punish you. Now, another reason why the narcissist will block you on social media, on cell phone, they block you is because they want narcissistic supply. Remember, narcissistic supply is oxygen to the narcissist. Narcissistic supply is fuel to the narcissist. It is food to the narcissist. Without it, they cannot survive. They will die. That's why when the narcissist blocks you, they're blocking you because they're not getting enough narcissistic supply from you. They're blocking you because you're not giving them enough attention, enough recognition, enough admiration, praise. They need attention from you, whether it's positive or negative. So when they don't get it from you, they block you. When we talk about narcissistic supply here, we mean the attention that you give the narcissist, the admiration that you give the narcissist, the constant validation that narcissist seeks from others. That is what we mean by narcissistic supply. So when the narcissist blocks you and they unblock you, they feel they have control over you. They can maintain a sense of control over you by blocking you and maybe unblocking you. That way they keep you engaged in their manipulative games. Remember, narcissists love playing these games. They're master manipulators. They love playing mind games. So by blocking and blocking you, they're happy because they feel they have control over you. Another reason why the narcissist blocks you is because of power, control, and validation. They block you to feel powerful. They block you to feel in control. They block you to feel validated. Now, the reason why they behave this way is because of their emotional immaturity, which results from maybe an abusive childhood upbringing or maybe the environment. So by blocking you, the narcissists, they feel powerful. By blocking you, they can assert their power over you. By blocking you, they have control over you and over the situation. By blocking you, it reinforces their grandiose self-perception. When the narcissist blocks you, they are happy. When you're in pain, they are happy. When you're crying, they are happy. That's why the narcissist blocks you to keep controlling you, to keep manipulating you. So, when the narcissist blocks you, and maybe unblocks you, so when they block you, just know it has several meanings. In conclusion, let me summarize. The reason why the narcissist blocks you, number one, is they have this need for control and power over you. They also block you because it's a passive-aggressive behavior. That way, they feel they have control over you. The other reason is they block you as a way of devaluing you, as a way of manipulating you. They block you to manipulate your emotions. The other reason why they're blocking you is because they are seeking narcissistic supply from you. And as I said, narcissistic supply is the attention you give the narcissist. It is the admiration you give the narcissist. It is the validation you give the narcissist. It is what this recognition, this praise the narcissist seeks from others. That is what we mean by narcissistic supply. So they block you to get that. When they block you, they maintain that sense of control over you. When they play those manipulative games, they have control over you. And finally, the narcissist blocks you to maintain power, control, and validation over you. When they block you, they feel powerful. They feel in control. They feel validated. Now, you know why a narcissist blocks you. Number one, they will gaslight you. A narcissist can use psychological techniques to make you doubt your own rationality. The narcissist will make you question the reality. And this is where gaslighting takes place. They will manipulate you to make you question the reality. Remember, narcissists are master manipulators. When you ignore them, they will make sure they play around with you. They play around with your mind. Now, number two, they will give you a fake apology. Remember, any apology from a narcissist is a bogus one. When you ignore them, they will become smooth talkers. They might love bomb you and even ask for apology. But this is a lie. When you ignore narcissists, they will feel scared and anxious. They'll become fearful and nervous when you start ignoring them. They will start to obsess around you by sending you text messages, asking you, will you talk? Ignore them. Continue ignoring them. Because they're doing that because you're ignoring them. Again, they will be enraged. They'll be enraged when you ignore them. They'll try to force you to give them what they want. If they harass you, make sure you inform the authorities because they will be very angry with you. They want attention from you and yet you're ignoring them. When you ignore the narcissist, they will also continue texting you. They will send you lots of text messages. They will call you so many times. You'll receive numerous phone calls, numerous messages, numerous emails. So, keep ignoring those text messages. Don't indulge with the narcissist if you're already ignoring them. Because those messages can be emotionally draining. So, maintain your resolve and not respond to that narcissist. Break free from that manipulative trap by the narcissist. When you ignore the narcissist, they'll also start bad-mouthing you. They'll try blaming you for the breakup. They'll make you the bad person, the villain. They'll pretend like they're the victim of the situation. They'll make people think that you are mad, you're insane, you are the narcissist here, you're the abuser, you are the cheat. When you ignore the narcissist, they will come up with fake sob stories to get some sympathy. They'll even tell heartbreaking tales to their new partners. These fabricated lies, narratives, are meant for them to get sympathy. When you ignore the narcissist, they'll try to reach out to someone close to you. They may reach out to your relatives, to your best friends, family members. So they will tell these people how badly you've mistreated them. When you ignore the narcissist, they will start stalking you for some time. They feel you've ignored them. So they'll be curious to know what's happening with you. What are you up to? So they will stalk you on social media platforms. They'll stalk you everywhere. Now, when you ignore the narcissist, they'll become manipulative to get you back. They will increase their manipulative tactics. Remember, these narcissists are master manipulators. They'll convince you that you're better off with them. If this doesn't work out, they will threaten even to commit suicide because of you. All these are strategies to get you back, to hoover you back. Now, when you ignore the narcissist, they can try other ways to pursue you. They will think hard on how they can get you back. When you ignore the narcissist, they'll try to find out where you are, where you're hanging out. They'll try to track your whereabouts. When you ignore the narcissist, they'll try to block any meaningful opportunity in your life. They don't want you to make it. They'll want to provoke you so that you react negatively, so that you give them some emotional reactions. When you ignore the narcissist, they will want to make your life a living hell. When you block the narcissist, they might also decide to give up and look for a new victim. They can try to chase you, they can try to pursue you for some time, but if they realize you're still blocking them, they might as well try get a new victim. When you block the narcissist, they'll show up everywhere you are. Everywhere you hang out, you'll see them. When you ignore the narcissist, they'll want to make you feel bad by gaslighting you. They will also project the insecurities onto you because you're blocking them. When you block the narcissist, they'll also ignore you. They'll want to ignore you as a way of revenging. When you ignore the narcissist, they'll want to know your breaking point so that they can hit back. When you ignore the narcissist, they'll say words that sound like an apology, but they're not. They are blaming you. Remember, narcissist is capable of feeling real remorse, grief, or blame. So, when you ignore them, they'll start love bombing you again to keep manipulating you. When you ignore the narcissist, they will go on a smear campaign. They will talk negatively about you to everybody else. They'll tarnish your reputation. He'll tell your friends negative things about you. They'll say you are very insensitive so that you can reach out to them. When you ignore a narcissist, he will try to test the waters. He might even send you a message and say that they miss you, they're thinking of you, but they're testing the waters. They want to see where you're standing. When you ignore the narcissist, they'll provoke you to react. They'll want a rise out of you. They might even blackmail you. All the private information you shared with them, they will use it against you. They'll want to backstab you. He might even start posting photos of attractive women to make you feel jealous. When you ignore a narcissist, he will try love bombing someone else. so that it can have an effect on you. They want to see you reacting. And when you block a narcissist, of course, they'll swing into narcissistic rage. They'll be very enraged. They'll be very upset with you. How dare you ignore them? How dare you? Because the narcissist believes they're perfect, they're important, they're special, they're unique. Why and how dare you ignore them? When you talk about going no contact, what comes to our mind is that this is the most effective way to escape the claws of a narcissist. The narcissist is a beast, a demon, a monster, a vampire. Being in a relationship with a narcissist is a full-time job. A narcissist will drain you. They'll drain all the energy away from you. Now, narcissists are very selfish, self-centered, egocentric, egotistic individuals. They lack empathy. They are very arrogant. They use and then discard you. It's all about me with the narcissist. They only care about their needs. They never care about you. Now, with a narcissist, when you're talking about no contact, that's one of the best ways to deal with a narcissist. And what we mean by no contact, it means no meeting up with the narcissist, no casual hookups, no hanging out in a group setting with the narcissist, no staying friends with the narcissist. No contact also means not accepting gifts from the narcissist, no phone calls with the narcissist, no text messages, no social media messages, no social media following. That is what no contact means. You have to cut the narcissist off emotionally and spiritually from your life. That means going no contact with the narcissist also includes not thinking or daydreaming about the narcissist, not even reminiscing about the good times you had with the narcissist, not talking to friends about the narcissist, not looking at pictures of the narcissist, not driving past places that remind you of the narcissist. Don't listen to the music that you associate with the narcissist. Don't plot revenge against the narcissist. That's one way of going no contact with the narcissist. Now, how do you tackle no contact? What are the tactics to tackle during no contact with a narcissist? What are these tactics? If you want to avoid making mistakes during no contact with the narcissist, number one, you should never underestimate the narcissist. Remember, this is the master of manipulation. They will do everything to hoover you back. They'll do everything to break that no contact with you. So don't underestimate the narcissist. Now, when you're breaking no contact to reinforce no contact, that's also another mistake that you would possibly find yourself doing. Another mistake is when you need a closure from the narcissist. Narcissist will never give you closure. So just maintain the no contact. Another mistake is falling for the flying monkeys. Remember, the narcissist soldiers, the narcissist stalkers, the narcissist spies. These are the flying monkeys. These are the people the narcissist has manipulated to do his bidding for them, for the narcissist. So the narcissist will try to hoover you. If they fail, they will recruit flying monkeys to put pressure on you or to confuse you, to make you find yourself running towards the narcissist. Again, the narcissist will spy you on social media platforms. Also, the narcissist knows that you will be spying them on social media. So they will make sure they put content in those social media platforms that will make you, they know that you'll come across that content and you'll be jealous and you'll want to break the no contact. So another mistake during no contact is to believe that the narcissist has changed. Remember, narcissists never change. They will not change. Again, another mistake during no contact is you analyzing what happened. You keep analyzing. You keep playing it in your head. What exactly happened? So, during no contact, don't do that. Don't be isolated during no contact with a narcissist. Make sure you have a support system close to you. Because going no contact with a narcissist is very difficult. It is one of the hardest things you'll ever do. So when you are going no contact with a narcissist, make sure you have a support system close to you. The support system will encourage you, will energize you, will strengthen you. So don't empathize with the narcissist during no contact. Remember, this person is a bully. They manipulated you. They used you. Your good heart is the reason why they targeted you. So don't empathize with them, because they will pretend to be hurt. They will pretend to be wounded. But that's all a game. Another tactic to tackle during no contact is don't defend yourself. You see, the narcissists will try to punish you if they can't get you back. They will go on a smear campaign and try to tarnish your reputation, try to tarnish your name, your image. So what you should do is not to defend yourself, because the moment you start defending yourself, what you'll be doing is engaging with the narcissist, and that's already a form of contact. Now, another mistake with a narcissist is not learning everything about narcissism. You should understand what narcissism entails, so that you can be able to handle this no contact period in an effective manner. Remember, the narcissist's main mission is to punish you, to hurt you, to break your heart, to destroy you. But they can't do that when you've given them the no contact. They will want to get close to you so that they can hurt you, so that they can make you cry, so that they can punish you, so that they can make you pay for causing pain to them. Narcissists are emotional vampires. They are demons. Their main business is to hurt you, to crush you, to cause pain in you, to make you cry. The narcissist is happy when you're sad. The narcissist is a selfish, self-centered, egocentric, egotistic individuals. It's about me with the narcissist. It's always about them. They want to use you and then discard you. Now, when dealing with a narcissist, always know that they have secrets that they keep. And one of the secrets is that they don't want you to expose them. Number one fear of a narcissist is to be exposed, because they are living a lie. They are worried about how you're gonna expose them. They are worried about when you expose them, what will happen, because they hide their true selves. They're living a false life. They're living a lie. So if you threaten to expose a narcissist, they'll swing into narcissistic rage and they'll go on the attack mode. They'll start manipulative strategies on you. They'll gaslight you. They'll manipulate you. They will go on a smear campaign about you. They will lie. They will try to triangulate you. They will future fake. They'll project on you. That's what happens when you expose a narcissist, or when you threaten to expose the narcissist. Remember, the narcissist is a master manipulator. They don't lose. They never want to lose. A narcissist believes they must win. If you are dealing with a narcissist and they sense that you're going to expose them, they will manipulate you in many forms. They'll push you to the wall. So, when dealing with a narcissist, you have to be very bright and sharp. You must have knowledge about narcissists. Now, the other secret that narcissists have, they don't understand love. The narcissist does not want you to know that they don't know what love is. A narcissist is incapable of love because they lack empathy. How can someone who lacks empathy be able to form genuine love bonds? They lack that capacity to understand the feelings of someone else. A relationship with a narcissist is a lie. What you call love is normally love bombing. It is an attack meant to box you so that they can manipulate you. So, the narcissist cannot love you. They don't love you. That's why the narcissist, they hurt those closest to them. Another secret the narcissist does not want you to find out. Another secret they keep. They need you to care. The narcissist wants you to prioritize them. They want you to put them first and yourself second. They need you to make them feel important. They want you to validate them. They want you to praise them. They want you to give them all the attention they need. They want you to keep clapping for them. That's what the narcissist wants. They want constant admiration from you. So if you stop caring, or if you start acting as if you don't care about them, then they will deal with you. They will make your life miserable. They'll frustrate you. They will cause pain in your life. They will punish you. How dare you not care for them? Now, another secret the narcissist does not want you to know, another secret they keep, is that they don't see you better than anyone else. To the narcissist, they hate everyone. To the narcissist, everybody is below them. Everybody is beneath them. Yourself included. You're not special to the narcissist. You are below them. They are the most important person in this world. They are unique. They are perfect. But you are imperfect, just like other people. The only exception is when they are love bombing you. That is when they will lie to you about how much they love you, how special you are. They'll buy you very expensive gifts, take you on expensive dinners and vacations to win you. Sometimes if they're triangulating you with someone else, then that again can happen. Now, the narcissist don't see you better than anybody else unless they're love bombing you or they're triangulating you. When they're triangulating you, probably they'll be showing the other person that you are better, or they'll be showing you that the other person is better than you. Those are manipulative tactics the narcissists play on their victims. Remember, the narcissist will triangulate you with one reason in mind: to cause pain in your heart, to hurt you, to get an emotional reaction from you. They will triangulate you to make you suffer. Now, a narcissist keeps secrets from you. They don't want you to know that they can be vengeful and appear loving at the same time. That's why you should never trust a narcissist. They might be laughing at you, but inside their heart, they are punishing you. They are scheming on how they'll put you down. Inside their heart, they are revenging. They are seeking revenge. They don't want you to know that. Remember, these are individuals who lack empathy. A normal person cannot do that. But a narcissist can smile with you, but behind your back, they want to stab you. They are wicked people. They make you feel good and safe, but they are planning to hurt you. That's what narcissists do. They don't want you to know that secret. The narcissists, finally, they don't want you to know that you intimidate them. These are individuals with fragile ego. They don't want to be exposed. If you're close to the narcissist, you'll be very threatening to them. They don't want you to see who they are because they don't want you to expose them. They will want to take the power away from you before you can hurt them. They want to control you. And they will control you through gaslighting, manipulating you. Narcissists are master manipulators. They're self-absorbed individuals. They're selfish, self-centered, egotistic, egocentric. They lack empathy. They're very arrogant. They use and misuse others. They use them, they discard you. Narcissists only focus on themselves. It's me, 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 me when dealing with a narcissist. Their main mission is to punish you, to hurt you, to destroy you, to make you cry. The narcissist will punish you. They will punish you. Now, the 7 things that narcissists hide from you. Number 1, they don't want you to know that they fear exposure. Narcissists are highly, deeply insecure people, despite this outward display of confidence and superiority. It's all a lie. The narcissists have fragile egos. They are very insecure individuals. They fear being exposed for who they truly are. Wicked, manipulative, sadists, bullies. Narcissists are empty inside them. They are unfulfilled. They lack genuine self-esteem. Now, this fear of exposure drives the narcissists to behave in weird ways. They'll do everything to ensure that their true selves remain hidden from everybody around them. The narcissist fears that others will find out about the weakness that they have. They fear that others will find out about their inner emptiness, that they are empty shells, that they are very insecure people, that they have fragile egos. So the narcissist will do everything and anything to avoid being seen in this light. They want to maintain their perfect reputation, their perfect image. They believe they are more important than others. They want to control the narrative of a situation in order to ensure that they are portrayed in a positive light. And how do they do this? They use manipulative tactics and strategies like gaslighting others. They gaslight those around them to maintain their false image. They want to be seen as being confident people. But that's a lie. Now, the second thing that the narcissist is hiding from you is that they compare themselves to others. They are inferior inside them. They feel inferior. And they want to feel superior to those around them. They want to feel important to those around them. Therefore, the narcissist is constantly comparing themselves to others. They have this sense of entitlement. They believe that they are more deserving of attention than others. They need constant admiration. They need constant praise. They need constant recognition, acknowledgement, constant validation. Now, this behavior that the narcissist has is rooted in their own insecurities. Remember, these are individuals who lack empathy and they have fragile egos. So, they need to bolster their fragile self-esteem through the perceived shortcomings of others. They'll hide their behavior, this behavior of comparing themselves to others, by downplaying the accomplishments of others. They'll want to belittle the success of other people so that they can elevate their success. That's why the narcissist will put others down. That's why they hate it when others succeed. That's why they go on smear campaigns to destroy the image and reputation of others. Now, another thing the narcissist does not want you to know, what they hide, is that they are very, very, very envious of others. They're jealous of others. They appear to be confident, self-assured. That is on the surface. But deep down inside them, they're envious creatures, very jealous. And this stems from their belief that they are entitled to the best of everything. The narcissist is resentful of those who have what they feel they deserve. So, in order for the narcissist to hide their jealousness, their envy, they engage in passive-aggressive behavior towards those that they feel are a threat to them. They'll go on a smear campaign subtly by throwing some disparaging, subtle remarks, or they'll engage in some subtle sabotage to bring others down to their level. So they try to hide their envy, their jealousness. They pretend they are superior. And they don't want their true feelings of inadequacy being exposed. Now, another thing that the narcissist is hiding from you is their behavior. The narcissist is a destructive person. They get involved in destructive behaviors that will hurt you, the behaviors that will hurt those around them. But they will try to cover up these actions of theirs, these behaviors. And that's why they love bomb their victims. They appear very charismatic, but they are highly manipulative, highly controlling. And the main aim is to hide their true selves. They fear to be exposed. They don't want to be known for who they truly are, because they think this will shatter the illusion that of perfection, of superiority that they have created. The narcissist will gaslight you. They'll gaslight their victims to make them doubt their own reality, to make them question their own reality, to make them question their own sanity. This keeps the victim under the narcissist's control. And the narcissist is able to maintain that image of superiority. That's why they also get involved in love bombing, to shower the victim with affection and attention in order to confuse them, to manipulate them, to control them. Again, the narcissist is hiding from you their vulnerabilities. They don't want you to know that they feel vulnerable. They fear that their vulnerabilities will be used against them. They fear that their vulnerabilities will be seen as a sign of weakness. So the narcissist will do absolutely everything in their power to hide their vulnerabilities. They will avoid even falling in love with you. They'll avoid intimacy. They'll avoid any emotional connection with others, because they see this as an opportunity for their weakness to be exploited. So they will project an image of being invulnerable. They project an image of being super confident. They will not ask for help. They will not show any signs of weakness. They'll present themselves as being very self-reliant, very much in control of themselves, because they want to maintain that image of superiority and of being a strong person. The other thing the narcissist is hiding from you is their true intentions. Remember, these are people who are presenting a false image of themselves to those around them. The narcissist's life is a lie. They present themselves as being empathetic, but they lack empathy. That's the truth. They present themselves as caring, but they're not caring. They want people to take care of their needs. They pretend to be compassionate, but it's always for their own needs and desires. Narcissists are liars. They are masters in lying, in the art of deception. They are very manipulative. They flatter, they charm to win others. But at the same time, they are plotting to exploit them for their own gain. They present a false image so that they can hide their true motivations around those victims of theirs. Again, the narcissist does not want you to know that they lack empathy. They don't want you to know that they are not capable or able to understand the feelings of others. They don't want you to know that they are unable to connect with the emotions of those around them. They don't want you to know that they see others as tools and objects to be used for their own benefit. So they will hide their lack of empathy by presenting themselves as being highly caring, as being a compassionate people, sympathetic, empathetic. So they hide this lack of empathy through fake acts of kindness to maintain that image of them being caring people. They don't care about the feelings of others. They only care about themselves. Another thing about narcissists that they're hiding from you, they don't want you to know that they want or they need excessive attention. They have this deep-seated need for attention. They need constant admiration, constant validation, constant recognition. They want to be the center of focus in any situation. They love adoration. They love any attention, whether negative or positive. This helps them to maintain that image of being charismatic. They will dominate conversation. They need constant praise, constant clapping, constant recognition, validation. They want to be seen as the most important person. So they will engage in highly manipulative behaviors to hide their need for attention. That way they're able to keep their true motivations hidden from those around them. Another thing that the narcissists hide from their victims is that they are unable to handle criticism. If there's one thing the narcissist hates the most, if there's one thing they fear, is to be criticized. The narcissists will do everything in their power to ensure that their mistakes, their flaws remain hidden. They will react very defensively to even the smallest criticism. They will blame shift, they will project to avoid any form of criticism because they believe they are perfect people and they need to maintain that perfection. They need to maintain that illusion of perfection that they've created. Another thing that the narcissist is hiding from you is that they cannot maintain a healthy relationship. Narcissists lack empathy. So clearly they have a challenge in maintaining healthy and meaningful relationships. Because they are very self-centered, they are very manipulative. This drives others away. They are unable to form genuine connections with those around them. Because they view others as a means to fulfill their own needs and desires. They use others as tools and objects. But they will hide this inability to maintain healthy relationships. They don't want to be discovered that they are incapable of forming meaningful connections with others. So they need to maintain that image of being charming and being engaging individuals. That's why they use that strategy of love bombing their victims. They'll shower their partner with so much affection, with so much attention to manipulate and control them. They engage in controlling and manipulative behavior to keep their partner, to keep their victims under their control and to maintain their illusion of superiority. One thing about a narcissist is a master manipulator. They are highly manipulative. The narcissist will punish you, they will destroy you, they will hurt you, they will make you cry, they will make you suffer. That is what they do best. They want to control everything about you. How you dress, how you eat, how you speak, how you walk. They want to control everything about your environment. The narcissist is a selfish, self-centered, egotistic individual. They only care about their needs. It's about me with the narcissist. Being in a relationship with a narcissist is a tough job. It's a tough business. The narcissist is an emotional vampire. Now, there are certain fears that the narcissist has. Number one fear is exposure. Narcissists fear being exposed for who they truly are. They fear that once you know them, then you'll not look at them as being important anymore. You'll not see them as being superior to you because they believe they are superior than others, that they are unique, that they are more important, more special than everybody else. That's why the narcissist will swing into narcissistic rage when you expose them. They will get angry. They will attack you when you expose them. Or when you threaten to expose them, they will go on a smear campaign against you. They'll try to gaslight you. They'll fight any attempt that you are trying to hold them accountable for their actions. The narcissist is very scared of exposure because of this belief that they have. They believe that they're not responsible for the harm they cause because they think they are perfect. They cannot do any wrong. So they'll go to any great lengths to protect their false self-image. The second thing that the narcissist fears, the other insecurity that narcissists have, they fear to be criticized. They are very insecure people, and they are very sensitive to ridicule or criticism. The narcissist cannot handle being the target of jokes. They cannot handle being the target of mockery. When you try to joke around with the narcissist and criticize them, or when you send any slightest hint of ridiculing them, looking down upon them, they will be scared. They are scared of being made fun of because they lack empathy. They have this inability to handle any form of personal vulnerability. So when you criticize a narcissist, it scares them, it hurts them badly. That's another fear that they have. The other fear and insecurity that the narcissists have is being abandoned or rejected. Narcissists fear abandonment and rejection with all their heart, mind, and soul. When they feel that you might reject them or abandon them, they will swing into narcissistic rage. They'll be angry. They will intimidate you. They'll manipulate you so that they can get that control back. How dare you abandon them? How dare you reject them? When you abandon them, it triggers the narcissistic injury. And they'll want to win back the affection of those who are trying to leave them. Because the narcissist feels entitled. They have this inability to accept rejection. Because they need constant validation, constant attention, constant praise, constant admiration. So another fear or insecurity that the narcissist has is to be ignored. Remember, these are people who need constant admiration, attention, praise, validation. Now, how dare you ignore them? If you ignore them, how will they get this narcissistic supply? They believe they are more important than anybody else. So when you ignore them, it triggers the feelings of insignificance. It triggers the feelings of being powerless. And this makes the narcissist angry. They want to reassert their dominance and control. How dare you not give them the attention they need? The way a narcissist needs attention is the way human beings need oxygen, or the way fuel is needed by vehicles, or food is needed by human beings. Now, the other fear and insecurity that the narcissist has is intimacy. Narcissist fears being intimate because intimacy requires vulnerability, and narcissists don't want to be vulnerable. Intimacy needs empathy, and narcissists do not want to be empathetic. Intimacy needs emotional connection, and narcissists cannot connect emotionally because they lack empathy. They will pretend to be intimate. They will pretend to be affectionate. But that's a lie. It is a manipulative game or strategy used by narcissists to control their victims. They are incapable of genuine love and connection because they lack empathy. Deep down, the narcissist fears that emotional honesty that comes with intimacy because it exposes their lack of empathy. It exposes their inability to form meaningful and reciprocal relationships. So the narcissist will resist intimacy at all costs to avoid being hurt. They'll resist intimacy to protect themselves from being hurt emotionally. Remember, narcissists are empty shells. The other fear and insecurity that the narcissist has is success of others. Narcissist wants to be the best at everything. They want to be number one. They want to be most admired people. They want to be most envied. They cannot stand the thought of anyone achieving more success than them. They cannot stand seeing someone else achieve or get more attention than they do. They are very envious, very jealous, and this will make them belittle or undermine or sabotage other people because they cannot accept being outshone by others. They are the ones who should be on the limelight. They need to be calling the shots. They need to be the center of attention at all costs. They fear being surpassed by others. Now, another fear of a narcissist is disrespect. Narcissists, they believe they are superior and more important than everybody else. They need constant admiration, constant respect, constant recognition, praise, validation, constant acknowledgement. So, when you disrespect the narcissist, when you criticize them, when you disagree with them, they think this is disrespect. And they will hit back with silence, or they will go on a silent treatment mode. They might discard you. They might go on a smear campaign because they fear being disrespected. And it's because they have a fragile sense of self-worth, because they have fragile egos. They need to feel dominant. They need to feel in control. The other fear and insecurity of a narcissist is the fear of aging and dying or mortality. As the narcissist grows older, they fear losing their good looks, their charm, their ability to manipulate others. They can't imagine being left alone without any supply of attention and admiration. So they will do everything to be youthful in appearance. They fear losing their power and influence with age. Narcissists are evil. Narcissists are demons. They will crush you. They will hurt you. They will make you cry. They will make you suffer. They will backstab you. Remember, narcissists lack empathy. They are very arrogant. They use others. They only focus on their needs. They're selfish, self-centered, egocentric, egotistic individuals. It's about me, 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 me with the narcissist. When dealing with a narcissist, you have to know that there are some fears that they have. There are some fears that haunt the narcissist. The number one fear is rejection. We all know that everybody fears to be rejected. It is human nature. But when talking about a narcissist, rejection is scaring. It is threatening. Because their entire self-worth is predicted upon external validation and constant admiration. Therefore, when you reject a narcissist, you crush their fragile ego. They'll do anything and everything to avoid rejection. Narcissists engage in manipulative tactics such as gaslighting, future faking, love bombing, projection, blame shifting, triangulation. Their aim is to quickly establish intense connections with others. They will shape their image. They'll project a person that they believe will be adored, admired, and accepted by all. So, when you reject a narcissist, you crush them. This fear of rejection that the narcissist has drives them to seek constant attention, constant admiration, constant recognition, constant praise, constant validation from others in order to safeguard their fragile egos. The other fear that haunts narcissists is fear of failure. Failing is part of life. For you to move forward, sometimes you have to fail. Show me one person who succeeded without failing even once. Failure is an inherent part of growth. Without failing, how can you grow? How can you develop? Most people fail many times before they succeed. But to a narcissist, failing represents a personal attack on their image, attack on their self-esteem, because they believe they are superior human beings. They feel they are important, and they believe they cannot be vulnerable. So this fear of failure drives the narcissist to maintain a fake image of success, of perfection. They'll do everything to be seen as being highly successful. They'll use every strategy in their books to avoid failure. They'll excessively exaggerate their achievements. They'll exaggerate their self-promotion. They'll belittle other people's successes and accomplishments and achievements so that they can uplift their own by doing that. When they project an image of being strong, of being successful, they shield themselves from the possibility of failure. Now, this fear of failure haunts the narcissist. It makes them try to manipulate situations and to manipulate people to maintain their perceived superiority. Narcissists fear being ignored or overlooked. That's another big fear that they have. When you ignore the narcissist, when you overlook the narcissist, they feel hurt. They will hate you. They'll be very angry because they need constant attention and validation. How can they get it when you ignore them? They need constant admiration. They don't imagine themselves fading into the background. They can't accept to be insignificant. Therefore, they will seek attention at all costs. Negative or positive attention, they don't care. They must get it. They'll boast. They'll be arrogant, exaggerate their achievements. They'll constantly seek recognition, acknowledgement, applause, attention. They become easily irritable, or they become very angry when they are ignored, or when they feel they are ignored, or when they are being overshadowed. They need to be at the limelight. They need to be the focus of attention. Now, this fear of being ignored makes the narcissist to be very vigilant and preoccupied with maintaining their perceived status. The narcissist also fears losing control. They must control their environment. They must control everything around them. They need to be in charge. They need to be the leader. They need to be the one calling the shots. They need to be powerful. Now, this fear of losing control makes the narcissist to use all the tactics to maintain that control. They will gaslight others. They'll manipulate others. They'll exploit others' vulnerabilities. They'll project their fear onto others by undermining other people's confidence. They'll try to control the way people think, the way people act, the way people behave. When you try to resist the narcissist, they will be angry and they'll be very hostile with you, and they will punish you. They must be in control. They must dominate you. They cannot lose. They have fragile self-esteem. They have this grandiose facade. They are very destructive. So the narcissist has this fear of losing control haunting them. Narcissists, they fear being exposed. And this is because they have fragile egos. They are inherently insecure. They try to hide that. They have shown a false persona. They have shown a false image. They fear that exposure would lead to a loss of control over others' perceptions and diminish their sources of narcissistic supply. They also fear criticism. Any form of critique is seen as an attack, seen as a personal attack by the narcissist. Even the slightest disagreement will make the narcissist get angry. They need to be seen as being perfect, with no mistakes. That's why they fear criticism. They cannot accept any form of imperfection. Again, the narcissist fears that others are doing better than them. They have this fear of inferiority. They believe that they should be successful. They project this image of being highly successful. That's why they exaggerate their achievements. So they use many tactics to belittle others so that they can uplift themselves. They will go on smear campaigns, spread rumors, sabotage their victims' success. They need to be seen as superior, as more important than others. They need to maintain control and power over their victims and over other people. So projection is all a defense mechanism used by narcissists. But first things first, let's look at who an empath is, who a Heyoka empath is, and who a narcissist is. Now, an empath is a person who can feel the emotions of other people as if they were their own. Empaths often have a strong sense of intuition and they can read people very well. Empaths are often able to sense when someone is in need or when they are feeling sad or happy. An empath can sense and understand other people's feelings and emotions very well. An empath is often, but not always, someone who is easily overstimulated by the energy of others. Empaths are what a human being should be. Now, let's look at who a Heyoka empath is. The Heyoka empath is a very rare type of empath. They are born with a unique set of superpowers. They can sense and feel the emotions of others more deeply than other empaths, and that's why they're called the strongest type of empath. They're also able to interpret these emotions in unique ways. The Heyoka empath was named after the Heyoka Native American tribe. Now, the Heyoka empath is often referred to as the sacred clown because of their unique dress. Heyoka empaths are known to see the world in ways others cannot. They do not follow the norms of society. The Heyoka empath is known to be someone who can perceive and feel others' emotions as deeply as an Indian tribe member. Now, when you talk about the Heyoka empath, they have this uncanny ability to make people laugh and feel good about themselves in difficult situations. The Heyokas are very gifted. They have this unique perspective on life and they can see things that others can't see. When we talk about a narcissist, narcissists are selfish, self-centered, egocentric, egotistic individuals. The narcissists lack empathy. They are arrogant. They use and misuse others. They exaggerate their own achievements, accomplishments, and they need constant admiration, constant praise, constant recognition, constant adoration, validation, attention. Now, with a narcissist, they discard you after using you. When a Heyoka empath meets a narcissist, what do you think happens? There are certain things that happen. What happens when a Heyoka empath meets a narcissist? Heyoka empaths are considered the most powerful empath because of their self-confidence, their overflowing wisdom, their sense of humor, their ability to mirror other people towards healthy interactions and communication. Heyoka empaths and narcissists seem to have a few similarities, such as high self-esteem, talent to amuse the crowd, skill in shifting the minds of others, capacity to influence others through their words. Heyoka empaths, they differ from narcissists through their intentions, motives, or drives, despite their similarities. So, when we talk about Heyoka empath meeting a narcissist, there are things that happen. One thing about a Heyoka empath, they can sense if someone is lying or holding back information from them, even by just looking at them. Now, we know narcissists are master manipulators, they're liars. So, when a Heyoka empath meets a narcissist, they can sense that the narcissist is lying. They can sense that the narcissist is holding information to manipulate them just by looking at them. Because Heyoka empaths can sense if someone is lying or holding back information. just by looking at them. Again, when you talk about Heyoka Empath, they can easily they can put themselves in other people's shoes. In short, they are empathetic. They see things from the perspectives of others. They are great at influencing perspectives. On the other hand, the narcissists lack empathy. They can't put themselves in other people's shoes. So when a Heyoka Empath and a narcissist meet, it's a big problem. It's very difficult for them to have a genuine relationship. Again, the Heyoka Empath can try to understand the narcissist by putting themselves in the narcissist's shoes. And this is where the narcissist takes advantage of the Heyoka Empath. They can want to take advantage of the Heyoka Empath's empathetic nature. Now, then Heyoka Empath can feel people's emotions, even from a distance. They'll pick on every dark energy and reflect, and they'll pick those energies. So when they're with a narcissist, they will pick the narcissist's emotions. And that's why the Heyoka Empath can easily identify a narcissist. They are very good at helping people with emotions. A Heyoka Empath can see your emotions. They can see the emotions of a narcissist and use them as a guide to helping the narcissist. They will do it without knowing sometimes. They are great emotional mirrors. So when a narcissist meets when a Heyoka Empath meets a narcissist, when the narcissist is trying to manipulate the Heyoka Empath will try to also manipulate the narcissist. They will reflect back on the narcissist. If the narcissist is angry because they cannot control the Heyoka Empath will also be very angry. They will reflect those emotions. If the narcissist tries to lie, the Heyoka Empath might also try to lie to the narcissist, just to reflect back. If the narcissist is unhappy, the Heyoka Empath will be unhappy. So that's what happens when they meet, the two of them. Sometimes the Heyoka Empath avoids group activities because they drain them. They make them uncomfortable. The Heyoka Empath most of the times will enjoy solitude. But the narcissist, sometimes they need constant attention, constant validation. Sometimes they need those group activities to get that energy. And this is where the difference is between the two. The Heyoka Empaths have this innate ability to make people laugh and feel good about themselves in difficult situations. But the narcissists, they make people feel bad. They worsen situations. They use and misuse others. They hurt others. They cause pain to others. When you are in difficult situations, they are happy. The Heyoka Empaths have this strong intuition based on their actions, but the narcissist does not have this. The Heyoka Empath, they are mirrors of others. And this is where they are powerful against narcissistic people. When a narcissist is with a Heyoka Empath, the Heyoka Empath will behave exactly like the narcissist because they are mirrors of the narcissist. So, the Heyoka Empath, they have this deep sense of knowing about things that others do not. And they have this deep sense of knowing things that others are not comfortable with. So, the Heyoka Empath do not follow what everybody else is following. They do what they feel like doing. And this is where it can be very difficult when they're dealing with a narcissist, because narcissist wants to control them. They want to manipulate the Heyoka Empath. But the Heyoka Empath cannot be easily controlled and manipulated. They do not just follow things and people blindly. They do what they want to do. They do what they feel like doing. Thank you for watching this video. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel if you've not done so. Remember, Heyoka Empaths are rare expressive reflectors. They are very important in the society because of these superpowers that they have. In this video, we will discuss the mysterious power of Sigma males and how they mentally challenge narcissistic behaviors. We know one thing about Sigma males. They are calm, nurturing, and inherently powerful. Sigma males navigate the world with a quiet confidence. When you cross a Sigma male, when you wrong a Sigma male, their response is nothing short of a masterclass in emotional and mental manipulation. On the other hand, narcissists are selfish, self-centered individuals. They only focus on themselves. They find themselves outplayed by these Sigma males. Now, before we delve into the ways Sigma males mentally and emotionally challenge narcissists, the big question here is, who is a Sigma male? A Sigma male is a lone wolf, a silent observer who prefers solitude over the clamor of social gatherings. Sigma males are the people who break free from the conventional social hierarchies. They carve out their own path. Sigma males are known by their independence, which is not a sign of rebellion, but a testament to their self-sufficiency. Sigma males are adventurers. They explore to find comfort in their known. Sigma males are constantly seeking new experiences and knowledge. The Sigma male focuses on what truly matters. They are highly strategic. They are always planning. They are always analyzing. They are introspective. They oftenly get lost in their thoughts. They explore the depths of their minds. Sigma males are the nonconformists. They're the people who dare to break the mold, to change the status quo. The Sigma male, they protect their personal space fiercely. They value their privacy above all else. The Sigma male, they are the listeners. They are the silent communicators who understand the power of silence. The Sigma males are the philosophers. They are always in search for knowledge and understanding. They are the mediators. They're the ones who strive to balance the scales. They're the ones who strive to bring harmony where there is discord. The Sigma males, they're the realists. They're the people who see the world as it is, not as they wish it to be. The Sigma male is the master of subtlety. Their actions often go unnoticed, but their presence is not only felt, but it is properly felt. The Sigma male is resilient. They embrace change because they believe change is an inevitable part of their life. They are visionaries. They are focused on the future. They're always planning, always dreaming. They are pragmatic. The Sigma male is a pragmatic person. They choose practicality over pretense. They are also unpredictable. Their actions often surprise those around them. They are also very intuitive. They trust their gut when it comes to making decisions. The Sigma male, they are empathetic, they are understanding, they respect the emotions of others. They are also very mysterious. And they are very unpredictable. They are independent thinkers. They value their beliefs over popular opinion. They are flexible. They adapt to circumstances as they come. And they are unattached. Their freedom is not bound by material possessions. Now, when we talk about the Sigma male versus the narcissist woman or the narcissist, how do Sigma males outsmart narcissists? Let's look at the silent dominance that the Sigma males have over the narcissists. We know that Sigma males operate with this power that speaks volumes without uttering a word. They speak with their actions. Narcissists, they are known for needing constant attention. They are known for intimidating. They are known for causing harm. They are known for needing that constant admiration, constant validation. But when they face the Sigma male, they use their silence to knock down the narcissist. They use their silence as a strategic tool. They don't engage with the narcissist. That way, they deny the narcissist the constant attention, the constant validation that they require. The narcissist needs attention at all costs. But the Sigma male is known for that silence. They knock down the narcissist by denying them that attention they need. This is very impactful method. It's a very impactful strategy that the Sigma male uses to outsmart the narcissist. It shakes the narcissist's confidence. It makes the narcissist question their importance, their dominance. The other strategy that the Sigma male uses to outsmart the narcissist. The Sigma male is known to have this emotional depth. Narcissists, on the other hand, they are shallow emotionally. When it comes to the narcissist, the interactions are surface level. They're driven by their own needs and desires. Narcissists lack empathy. That's why they are incapable of forming genuine love bonds. Sigma males delve deep into the realm of emotions. They are able to comprehend emotional terrains. And this is what differentiates the Sigma male and the narcissist. The Sigma male is empathetic. This narcissist lacks empathy. The Sigma male can sense and detect emotional nuances. They can identify vulnerabilities in others. The Sigma male can identify vulnerability even in the narcissist. Now, this is why the Sigma male is highly emotionally intelligent. It allows them to anticipate reactions. It allows them to understand motivations from the narcissist. They use this knowledge to their advantage. They use this knowledge to outsmart the narcissist. Now, the other strategy, the other way that the Sigma male outsmarts the narcissist is through strategic withdrawal. The Sigma male is capable of stepping back. They're capable of intentionally creating distance. This is a Sigma male master move to outsmart the narcissist. They strategically withdraw. Many people think withdrawal is a sign of weakness. Many people think withdrawal is a sign of surrendering. But when it comes to a Sigma male, withdrawing is a power move. It is a powerful strategy. When the narcissist confronts the Sigma male with their narcissistic behaviors, instead of the Sigma male engaging in fruitless battles, they choose to withdraw. Now, this intentional withdrawing, this intentional distancing is not about avoidance. It is a strategy by the Sigma male. When the Sigma male is absent, the narcissist is left without an audience. They're left without the oxygen that they need for their ego. They're left without that fuel that feeds their ego. They're left without that food for their ego. They're left without narcissistic supply. Now, this makes the narcissist get into a state of introspection. It makes the narcissist think about their own behavior. It makes the narcissist realize that they are empty shells due to their self-centered nature. So, the Sigma male strategic withdrawal not only protects their own mental and emotional well-being, but also serves as a mirror. It reflects the narcissist's actions back onto themselves. And that's how the Sigma males outsmart narcissists. Number 4, way that a Sigma male outsmarts narcissists. It is about boundaries. When you talk about setting boundaries, the Sigma male is a master at that game. They're very good at establishing, maintaining, and forcing personal boundaries. The boundaries here are not just the physical or superficial boundaries. They also include emotional, mental, even spiritual realms. The Sigma male creates a protective barrier around their well-being. They ensure that they remain centered, grounded, and undisturbed by external influences. We know narcissists hate boundaries with all their mind, heart, soul, body. They will try to manipulate the Sigma male so that they can break those boundaries. Because we know narcissists are master manipulators. But when it comes to the Sigma male, they are always firm. They are calm. They're resilient. They are steadfast. Because they need to safeguard their peace. And they also need to send a clear message to the narcissist that they are not playing games. Now, another way the Sigma male outsmarts narcissists is because of their intellectual superiority. Sigma males are highly emotionally intelligent. They are also very intellectual. They shine with brilliance when it comes to intellect. They have sharp minds. They're always very curious. They're very analytical. They're constantly synthesizing information, processing, absorbing. They're always in search for knowledge. When the narcissist confronts a Sigma male, the Sigma male is ready. They have facts at their fingertips, logic, critical thinking. They challenge the narcissist. They expose the narcissist's mistakes, flaws, and inconsistencies. Now, the narcissists will find themselves on the back foot because they are not used to this. They will struggle to defend their false image or their baseless claims. The Sigma male is deep in understanding and very sharp when it comes to analytical skills. They'll overshadow the narcissist's superficial arguments. The narcissist cannot outsmart a Sigma male when it comes to arguments. Now, another way the Sigma male outsmarts the narcissist is when it's because of the unpredictable nature. The Sigma male possesses a unique blend of consistency and unpredictability. Yes, they are very reliable, they are very grounded and very principled. Yes, the Sigma male has this ability to adapt, evolve, and surprise. And that is what surprises many. They're very unpredictable, but they're also reliable, principled, grounded. And they're also able to evolve, to adapt to any situation, to surprise. And this duality keeps these Sigma males grounded. It keeps those around them, especially the narcissists, in a state of perpetual curiosity. The narcissists, they think they can read and manipulate people easily. But when they're dealing with the Sigma male, they are in hot soup. They will be in an ever-evolving nature. Because they'll be trying to figure out the Sigma male who is ever-evolving. So they'll find themselves in that euphoria. Now, when the narcissist thinks they've unmasked, they've decoded the Sigma male's behavior or intentions, the Sigma male recreates themselves. They come up with a different version. They totally knock down the narcissist's assumptions. Now, this constant evolution makes the Sigma male remain several steps ahead. This constant evolution makes the Sigma male to always be in control of the situation. Now, narcissists, they find this unpredictability frustrating, intriguing, confusing, because their usual tactics, the usual manipulative tactics, cannot work when they're dealing with a Sigma male. Sigma males have strategic minds. They're very calm, cool, and composed. The females, the narcissistic females, the narcissistic people cannot deal with the Sigma male easily. And that's why we say a Sigma male can easily outsmart a narcissist. Number one sign that you're dating a narcissist, they are very charming at first, or they were very charming at first. Narcissists will tell you how much they love you within a week, within days, within a month. They tell you how much they are deeply in love with you. They tell you how much compatible you are. They tell you you're soulmates. The relationship with that narcissist at first appears like a fairy tale. It's so sweet. You think that you feel like you are in heaven. They tell you that you're meant to be together, yet you've just started seeing each other. They tell you how intelligent you are, how sharp you are, how kind you are, how smart you are. Yet you've just started seeing each other. Now, narcissists, they think they are special. They deserve to be with special people. They deserve to be with people who can appreciate them. So, the narcissist will be too strong at the beginning. That love will be too much. But we know that genuine love is something that grows slowly through being nurtured. But with a narcissist, they come so strongly, so much in love with you immediately. They'll tell you too early in the relationship how much they really love you. Yet they don't know you well. Now, number two sign that you are dating a narcissist, they love talking about themselves. The conversation you have with the narcissist is about them. They love talking about how great they are. They love exaggerating their achievements, their accomplishments. They want you to recognize them as being superior than everybody else. Narcissists, naturally, they have this inflated sense of self-importance. They love to constantly talk about their own accomplishments, achievements, how rich they are. You know, these are people with grandiose mentality. They feel that they're better than everyone else. They're smarter than everyone else. They are more important than everyone else. This helps them create an appearance of being self-confident, self-assured, of being smart. They exaggerate their accomplishments, their talents, their skills, with an aim of getting validation, with an aim of being admired, with an aim of getting adoration from others. They want to be praised. They love talking about themselves. They want to talk and they want you to listen. That is what narcissist does. When you're dating them, that is something that you will realize about the narcissist. They will always talk about themselves. They'll not engage in any conversation about you. It will be them talking and you listening. And even when you talk about yourself, they don't follow up. They don't ask you follow-up questions. They don't express any interest in learning more. Now, the other sign that you are dating a narcissist, they love compliments. They love to be praised. They love excessive attention and admiration. They need a lot of praise. And if you don't give the narcissist enough praise, they'll force you to praise them. They'll fish for it. That's why the narcissist will be constantly looking at you to tell them how important they are, how great they are, how special they are. They use other people to get narcissistic supply, so that they can have this sense of self-worth, so that they can feel powerful. Narcissists, they have fragile egos. They have this low self-esteem. Their egos can be slighted very easily. And that's why they need constant compliments, constant adoration, constant admiration, praise, recognition, acknowledgement. Another sign that you're dating a narcissist, they lack empathy. When you talk about empathy, we are talking about this ability to feel how another person is feeling. The ability to put yourself in someone else's shoes. Narcissists, they lack this. They can't even say sorry. They are unable to apologize and understand the feelings of others. So when a narcissist tells you sorry, it's a fake one. They lack the skill to make you feel understood, accepted, or validated. Because they lack empathy. They don't grasp the concept of feelings. They don't care about you. They don't care about your needs. It's all about their needs. It's about them first. They have this inability to empathize or sympathize. And if they pretend to be empathizing or sympathizing, it's just a manipulative strategy or tactic that they are employing on you. Another sign that you're dating a narcissist, they don't have any long-term friends, or they don't have any or many long-term friends. A narcissist, they're always in frequent conflicts with others. If you look at their relationships, if you look at their connections, you'll realize that the narcissist has very, very few close friends. Because they lack empathy. They are incapable of forming genuine bonds with anyone. Now, a narcissist, they will blame you constantly. Everything you do, from what you wear, what you eat, how you talk, where you hang out, who you hang out with, how you spend your time, your hobbies, everything will be a problem to the narcissist. That is a big sign that you're dating one. They'll be hostile. They'll put you down. They will abuse you verbally. They'll call you names. They'll criticize you. They'll make jokes that are hurtful. And the main aim here is to hurt your self-esteem so that they can increase their self-esteem. They want to lower your self-esteem so that they can increase their self-esteem. Another sign that you're dating a narcissist is that they gaslight you. You know, when you talk about gaslighting, it's about a narcissist making you question the reality. They make you question your sanity. They'll accuse you of not being the way you used to be. They'll accuse you of not being confident as you used to be. They'll accuse you of being too sensitive, of being wrong all the time. They'll accuse you of even being apologetic all the time. They'll accuse you of making excuses all the time. They'll accuse you of everything and anything. Now, another sign that you're dating a narcissist, they're about everything. They think they're more important than everybody else. And they never say, I'm sorry. They'll never apologize. Another sign that you're dating a narcissist, when you try to show them that you're not happy with the relationship or that you're done, they'll be extremely angry with you. They will lash out at you. They will swing into narcissistic rage. They might go on a smear campaign. They might humiliate you. They'll shame you. Because the narcissist hates to be rejected. They'll want to hurt you for abandoning them. Their main aim here is to punish you. Their main aim is to teach you a lesson. So if you are dating a narcissist, then watch this video again and again and ask yourself questions. Does that person have these traits? If you're doubting if the person you're dating is a narcissist, always watch this video again and again. One thing about narcissists and super empaths is that their relationship is Very interesting. Empaths and narcissists naturally have a surprising attraction for one another. A super empath is someone who can physically feel the feelings of another or feelings of others. So when a super empath and a narcissist are together, the results can be devastating, specifically for the narcissist. Super empaths are extremely sensitive to other people's feelings. These super empaths can spot the pain of a narcissist, and they also have that power, that ability to destroy that narcissist. So, how does the super empath destroy the narcissist? First of all, when you say an empath, you're talking about that ability to sense other people's feelings. When someone is sad, you can feel it. If you're an empath, when someone is happy, you can feel it. When there's someone is peaceful, you can feel it. But a super empath is on another higher level. This is someone who can not only sense other people's emotions, they can actually feel them in every real sense. So, super empaths can not only sense the emotions of other people, but they can actually feel those sensations in their own body. This makes super empaths extremely sensitive to the emotions of other people. That's why the super empaths can easily destroy a narcissist. So how does a super empath destroy a narcissist? Number one, the super empath will crush the narcissist's sense of entitlement. We know narcissists have this sense of entitlement. They think they're special. They believe everything is theirs. They believe they are more important than other people. They believe they're unique. Than that everything should be given to them easily and freely. The super empath has this ability to see through that entitlement, and they are able to tell it to the narcissist eyeball to eyeball, face to face, like it is. The super empath doesn't hesitate to let the narcissist know that they are not entitled to anything, and whatever they get, whatever they have, they should be grateful for what they do have in life. The super empath is not afraid to confront the narcissist, and that way they're able to crush that narcissist's sense of entitlement. They're able to show the narcissist that they're not more important than others, that they're not special than others, they're not unique. Yes, the super empath, of course, is compassionate towards the narcissist's pain because they can feel the narcissist's pain. They also understand that the only way to deal with that narcissist's pain, to help them, is to confront the truth. And that's why the super empath will not hesitate to call out the narcissist for their bad behavior. And this is how the super empath destroys the narcissist. Another way the super empath destroys the narcissist, they undermine the narcissist's passive-aggressive behavior. You see, narcissists are known to use passive-aggressive techniques to hurt others, to devalue others, to manipulate everyone around them. So the super empath is able to see what the narcissist is doing, and that way they are able to protect themselves from the narcissist's manipulative control strategies. When they see the narcissist using the passive aggression techniques, when they see the narcissist using the passive aggression methods or behaviors, they stay calm, cool, and collected. They don't give the narcissist what they want most. They don't give any response to the narcissist. They don't react because they know the narcissist wants a reaction from the super empath so that they can control them. So they don't do it. And that way, they are able to destroy that narcissist. Super empath destroys the narcissist through breaking the narcissist's ego. As you should know, the super empath is highly intelligent. They're in touch with the emotions. They're emotionally intelligent. They can see through the narcissist's facade. And that way they also feel the narcissist's pain. They can tell what will hurt the narcissist the most. And that's what they do if they want to destroy that narcissist. They will call out the narcissist for their bad behavior. So they can do it in a very nasty way if they want to destroy that narcissist. They can also use the narcissist tactics to hurt them back, to break the narcissist ego. They can devalue them as well. So, super empaths can also destroy the narcissist by dominating the narcissist. How do they do this? We know narcissists love dominating others. They love controlling everyone else. But when they meet the super empath can easily know what the narcissist is afraid of. They can see through a narcissist very quickly. So the super empath will be able to understand the situation and know that they are dealing with a narcissist. So they will quickly develop a strategy and a mechanism to dominate and control that narcissist. Why? Because the super empath has this ability to sense the narcissist's inner feelings. They can see through the narcissist's true self. That way, the super empath becomes very dangerous because they can expose the narcissist to the world. And if there's one thing the narcissist hates the most, it is to be exposed. And if the narcissist suspects that they might be exposed, they'll quickly end that relationship to protect themselves. The narcissist is always afraid of being exposed because they know being exposed will destroy them. So, the super empath can destroy the narcissist by deflecting the narcissist's projection. We know narcissists love projection. They love projecting their own fears and mistakes onto other people. They love doing this to divert attention from their true feelings. Now, the super empath is able to discern what is happening because they are able to understand their own emotions and abilities. So, when the narcissist tries the projection technique on the super empath, it does not work. And therefore, the narcissist is defeated. The super empath will always insist on accountability. And we know that if there's one thing the narcissist hates, is to be accountable. They hate to be responsible. The super empath is not afraid to confront the narcissist. And they will insist that the narcissist is accountable for the actions. This will crush the narcissist's ego. The super empath can also destroy the narcissist by identifying the narcissist's insecurities. And we know one thing the narcissist fears most is to be found out, to be exposed, to be figured out. So when the super empath figures out the narcissist is scared. Again, the super empath can destroy the narcissist by changing the narcissist's mindset. How do they do that? They can destroy the narcissism without destroying the narcissist. They know the narcissist has fragile ego and they'll be able to try and help them. They are able to help a narcissist heal, though it's not easy. They can use their empathy to give the narcissist the compassion and kindness they need to overcome that child trauma, that problematic maybe environment that created their personality, narcissistic personality disorder. But this has to happen only if the narcissist is willing to change. Now, but we know it's very difficult because the narcissist believes they're perfect. They think that others need to change but not them. It's only a narcissist who can choose to change themselves. But if a narcissist decides to change, then a super empath can help them do that. The super empath can destroy a narcissist by mirroring the narcissist's behavior. They can mirror the narcissist's toxic behavior back to them. And that way, the narcissist will be cornered. They will act the same way the narcissist acts. This breaks down the narcissist's attempt to manipulate and control the super empath. That way, the narcissist is forced to confront their own behavior. They'll get angry. There's a reason why the narcissist's eyes turn black. One thing about the eye color in human beings, that is, including narcissists, the eyes cannot just suddenly turn black. So when you see the eyes turning black, it is mainly due to pupil dilation, especially during intense emotions. So narcissists are known to react with anger. They are known to swing into narcissistic rage, especially when things don't go their way. When they don't get what they want, they get angry. And that's why most of the time narcissists' eyes will be turning black, dark, because things are not going their way. Because someone has angered them. Because they're not getting enough supply. So their eyes will turn black. And this is normally a sign that the narcissist is angry. Pupil dilation is a biological response for enhanced visual perception, especially when someone is under stress or when someone is under intense emotions. This makes the eyes appear black and darker. So when you're dealing with a narcissist and you see their eyes turning black, dark, this is a symbol of emotional emptiness or of vengeful force. It reflects psychological, emotional state that the narcissist is in. So when you see the narcissist eyes turn black, dark, just know that this narcissist is undergoing intense emotional reactions. Probably they are very annoyed, angry, mad because of something, mostly because things are not going the way they want, because they're not getting enough of what they need or what want. Eye color naturally is determined by melanin, and the levels in the iris of the eye do not fluctuate rapidly. So when the eyes turn black during intense emotional states or psychotic breaks, then this is something that needs to be looked into. The appearance of black eyes in narcissists is mainly due to these dilated pupils. And this is a biological adaptation for enhanced visual threat detection during a flight or fight response. So when you are dealing with a narcissist and there's this emotions happening, so you'll see that during these intense emotions, the narcissist's eyes may appear darker. And this is due to that pupil dilation and due to hormonal surge. And this reflects internal turmoil. It reflects loss of control rather than a change in eye color alone. Narcissists hate to lose control. So when they lose control, you see their eyes turning black, dark. That perception of blackened eyes in narcissists during moments of intense anger, negative emotions, is an indication, or it symbolizes the emergence of a vengeful force. It portrays a soulless being without self-control or empathy. Remember, narcissists lack empathy. So when you see their eyes changing to black, all this is because of the nature of the narcissist. Sometimes narcissists are seen as spiritual, disordered people. They lack self-awareness. They lack that connection. They lack ability to connect with others. But when you see them changing their eyes, their eyes blackening, it becomes strange. You start asking yourself, what's happening? The eye behavior of the narcissist, that is including the pupils dilating, including the intense stares from narcissists, is enough to let you know that the narcissist is up to something. It is enough to let you know that the narcissist is strategizing, trying to manipulate you, to control you. And it's time to protect yourself. When you see the narcissist's eyes turn black, quickly run and protect yourself. Just know they are up to something. The black eyes of the narcissist indicate that the narcissist is in need of controlling you, in need of manipulating you. Things are not going well. They are angry. They are going through a lot of emotions and they need to deal with you. So the narcissists will reveal their narcissism through their eyes. Remember, the narcissist is a person who is selfish, self-centered, egocentric, egotistic, self-absorbed. It's always about me, me, me with the narcissist. They need you to focus on them. They need you to prioritize them. They need you to put them first and you second. The narcissist will use you, then discard you. That's what they do. They are very arrogant. They need constant attention, constant admiration, constant recognition, constant acknowledgement, constant praise, constant adoration from you. So if they don't get this attention from you, whether negative or positive, they get angry, they get mad, and you'll see their eyes turning black. When you criticize a narcissist, they hate it. Their eyes will turn black. Why dare you criticize them? If you say no to a narcissist, they get angry. Why are you saying no to them? How dare you reject them? How dare you ignore them? How dare you abandon them? Their eyes will turn black. They will be so mad with you. If you succeed in your life, if you're successful in whatever you're doing, the narcissist will be mad with you. Their eyes will turn black, indicating that they are envious, jealous of your success. They believe that your success should be theirs. The narcissist hates it when you don't give them any attention. They hate it when you're happy. They hate it when you're doing well. And that's why it's said that the best revenge on a narcissist is massive success. So, when you're dealing with a narcissist and you ignore them, or when you go no contact, they will be mad with you. You'll see their eyes turning black. Their eyes will turn dark and black, and you'll be scared when you look at them. You'll want to run away from them because their eyes turning black is an indication of war. It's an indication of nasty things on their way. So the next time you see a narcissist eyes turning black, run away. Narcissists are master manipulators. They use and misuse others. Sometimes the narcissist is in that relationship because of sex only. That's why sometimes you've broken up with a narcissist and they're hoovering you back. They want you back because of sex. They want to use you and then discard you. Now, what are the reasons why narcissists will reject us sexually? Number one, they are rejecting you to punish you. They are rejecting us sexually to punish us. Narcissists use rejection as a punishment when they feel like you have wronged them. What does this mean? Why will the narcissist punish someone through sex? They do that to make you suffer because you've done something wrong. You've annoyed them. You've not given them what they want. Narcissists discard people that they abuse as soon as they no longer serve a purpose, or as soon as you don't provide any narcissistic supply. They're punishing you because you've stopped giving them the supply they need. They're punishing you as a way of abusing you, as a way of controlling you. Narcissists' main business is to punish you. And if refusing to have sex with you is punishment, then they will do it. They're happy. They don't care about you. They view you as a source of narcissistic supply that they are entitled to having. They need narcissistic supply in form of admiration, reassurance, power, and control. If they'll feel powerful by having sex with you, they will do it. If they feel powerful by rejecting to have sex with you, they do it. They get that supply of power, of control when they reject to have sex with you. They suppress your happiness. If they feel they're not getting enough from you, they will do anything to hurt you, to manipulate you, to make you cry, to make you sad so that they can be happy. So The narcissist rejects to have sex with you to punish you. Now, number 2 reason why the narcissist rejects to have sex with you, they're trying to protect their own sense of self-importance, of grandiosity. You see, the narcissist believes they're very important. They're more important than everyone else. So they'll reject to have sex with you to protect that sense of self-importance. They want you to beg them for sex. They want you to request them for sex. When they know that you need them so much, then they feel important. They feel that without them, you cannot make it. Now, they want also you to give them more attention, so they reject you sexually. They want more attention. They want you to ask them why don't they want you. You see, you're not giving them enough the attention they need, so they deny you sex. They refuse to have sex with you to punish you, to make you ask for more attention from them. Remember, the narcissist doesn't care about the attention you give, whether it's positive or negative, so long as it's attention. They need it from you, so they deny having sex with you. They reject you. They know you'll feel bad, you'll react angrily, you might scream at them, you might go on silent treatment, you might do whatever reaction you give the narcissist. They are happy. It is narcissistic supply to them. So they reject to have sex with you to get a reaction from you. Again, the narcissists, they withhold and they reject to have sex with you to control you. They need to control you. And one way is to reject sex with you. They need to control your emotions. They know by rejecting to have sex with you, they are controlling you. And that makes them happy. Again, the narcissist rejects to have sex with you because they are trying to protect themselves from what we call narcissistic injury. A narcissistic injury is that perceived threat that a narcissist feels. It is threat to the narcissist's self-esteem or self-worth. The narcissist doesn't like emotional closeness. Remember, these are people who lack empathy. They are incapable of forming love bonds. They are incapable of forming a genuine relationship with anyone else. They are incapable of having this emotional closeness because it hurts them. It causes what we call narcissistic injury. Emotional closeness is all about deep connection. It's all about trust between people, between two individuals. Emotional closeness is about intimacy. When the narcissist has sex with you, they'll get intimate with you. And intimacy is associated with vulnerability. The narcissist hates to be vulnerable. They hate intimacy with all their heart. So if that sex is making them feel close to you emotionally, if sex makes them feel vulnerable to you, they will reject to have sex with you. Because having sex with you causes narcissistic injury. Emotional closeness with you causes narcissistic injury to narcissist. So if having sex with you will bring that emotional closeness, then they will reject to have sex with you. That way they feel safe. That way they feel okay. They feel in control. They feel powerful. Remember, narcissists have many painful thoughts. They have many painful feelings which are suppressed within themselves. Deep down, the narcissist feels unlovable, unwanted, inadequate, worthless, and weak. They fear being vulnerable, and sex makes them feel vulnerable to you. So they will reject to have sex with you because they don't want to be vulnerable. And the final reason why the narcissist rejects to have sex with us is because they have another supply. They're getting so much sex elsewhere. So they don't want to have sex with us because they're getting it elsewhere. They are bored. Remember, the narcissist gets bored easily. They don't want to have sex with you because they're already bored having sex with you. They're getting good sex elsewhere. They are happy sexually elsewhere. Having sex with you makes them despise you because they're getting better, good sex elsewhere. So they reject you because they despise you. They reject you because they have a better catch than you. They have a better sex partner than you. Remember, the main aim, when it comes to sex, the narcissist uses it to control you. They use it for their own benefit. So they have someone else who they're having sex with. They have someone else who they are really trying to control, manipulate with their sex. So they have no time for you. They don't want you. They feel that they are wasting their energy with you. So that's a big reason why sometimes the narcissist is rejecting us sexually, because they have someone else. They're cheating on us. Because they're cheating, that's why they don't want to have sex with us. They're having sex elsewhere. So when you see a narcissist does not want to have sex with you, maybe they have another supply. Maybe they're getting sex elsewhere. Hey, if you're dealing with a narcissist, you're dealing with a self-absorbed, self-centered, selfish, egocentric, egotistic individual, arrogant, monster, demon, someone who wants to drain you emotionally. They want to destroy you, to punish you, to cause pain in your life. So if you want to punish this narcissist by making them obsessed with you, then this video is for you. These are individuals who lack empathy. They value the most when they see you as a prize, when they see you as unobtainable. Then they will be obsessed with getting you. They'll be obsessed with getting you so long as they feel like doing so will be a massive win for them. If they feel that getting you will be a boost to their social status, then they'll be obsessed with you. Remember, narcissists hate losing. They care about their image. They care about their reputation. So they'll want to be obsessed with you if they believe they're going to win by getting you. So how do you make these narcissists obsessed with you? Make yourself that prize. Let them win you. Let them know that you are very valuable, very important, that they must win you. Narcissists value their image, they value their reputation, they value social status over anything else. They care so much about what people think about their image. So to keep the narcissist interested in you, you'll have to help them fulfill this need for them. If you don't do that, they will quickly dump you, discard you, and look for a new supply, a new target. So if you want to make yourself that prize, that trophy man, trophy wife, trophy husband for the narcissist, then let them, make them obsessed with you. How do you become this prize in the eyes of a narcissist? How do you make yourself something that the narcissist must be obsessed to get? So take care of your appearance. Dress to kill. Look as good or better than the narcissist. Always dress smartly. Look sharp. Maintain a social circle of people that the narcissist respects. Narcissists love getting associated, being surrounded with that image, with people that enhance them. So provide access to money or influence. Show the narcissist that you have resources, you have money, you have influence, you have power. They will want it for themselves. So maintain this appearance to keep the narcissist obsessed with you. Have this strong appearance online also. Let the narcissist know that you're strong, you're powerful, you have influence. If you want the narcissist obsessed with you, give them taste of the reward. What I mean is play hot and cold with the narcissist. If the narcissist knows you're a prize that they must win, they will need your approval, they'll need your affection, they'll need your acknowledgement, recognition, they'll need your validation. They will love bomb you with all their might. They will buy you expensive clothes. They'll buy you expensive gifts. They'll take you for expensive dinners, vacations, jewelry, expensive jewelry. They'll call you all the time. They'll give you all the attention you need because they want something from you. You are a prize that they must get. They want to dominate you. They want to control you emotionally. So play that hot and cold game with the narcissist. Give them that affection they need, then change. Don't give them what they want all the time, but give them some time. Sometimes being different. Show them some love, then show them opposite of love sometimes. Because narcissists will do everything to win you. Have some drama. Keep up the drama. Narcissists love chaos. They love drama. They love conflicts. They thrive in drama. They thrive in excitement. They will cause drama if they think the narcissist If narcissist is always attracted to drama, if you want to make the narcissist obsessed with you, create some drama, create some trouble, create some conflict in the relationship. If you think things are getting dull and boring, create conflict, create drama. This will attract the narcissist. They love this entertainment. They'll find you interesting. They'll find you attractive. If you want the narcissist obsessed with you, then give the narcissist drama. Show the narcissist that you are independent. Be independent. Show them that you are strong. Make sure that you can control things. Then the narcissist will be interested in you. They love strong. They love something powerful in you. They want it for themselves. Remember, narcissists are master manipulators. If you want them obsessed with you, you have to be very careful. And let me remind you, if you want to know that signs that narcissist is already obsessed with you, you'll realize that they're aware of what is going on in your life. You will see them everywhere you go. They will be curious to know more about you. They will talk a lot about themselves. They will be jealous when you pay attention to someone else. They will pretend to be jealous to get your attention or to guilt trip you. If you want to know the narcissist is obsessed with you, they will spend every moment of their free time with you. They will try to be the center of your universe. They will text you, they'll call you for no specific reason. They'll follow you everywhere obsessively, even on social media. When you see these signs, just know that the narcissist is obsessed with you. So if you want the narcissist more obsessed with you, act busy. Be very busy. Don't assure the narcissist your commitment to the relationship, because that way they'll continue to give you their complete attention. They've not won you, so they'll do everything to win you. Because the narcissist strategy is to win you over, they will try to spend a lot of time, so much time, to win you, to be with you. So use that to your advantage. When the narcissist wants to meet with you, act busy. Use some evasive tactics to escape those situations when the narcissist wants you. When they call or text you, don't answer immediately. Give some time before you respond to their text or calls. Whenever the narcissist wants to meet you up with you, tell them that you have some other commitment. So the narcissist will move to the evaluation stage once they have hooked you up. So don't allow them to hook you up. So act slippery. You can keep the narcissist on their toes. You can keep them obsessed with you by being slippery. Be busy. Resist that temptation to praise or give compliments to the narcissist all the time. In fact, resist that temptation to praise them. The only way to keep the narcissist on their toes, the only way to keep them obsessed with you, is not to give them any positive signs. If they don't get assurance from you, they will continue to chase you and they'll be obsessed with you because they need that assurance from you. So don't give it to them. You can also flirt or pay attention to others. This way you make them obsessed with you. Narcissists wants you wholeheartedly. They want your attention wholeheartedly. They want they want complete attention from you. They want adoration. They want you to give them undivided attention. So when you deliberately pay more attention to others, especially when you pay more attention to someone who is considered as a potential partner, the narcissist will notice that. But make sure you do it very subtly, very indirectly. But the narcissist must notice that you are paying attention to someone else. Don't overdo it. But once the narcissist suspects you're giving attention to someone else, they'll be worried. They'll be annoyed. They will be determined to win you. They will want you more. They will be obsessed with you. They will try harder to gain back your attention and admiration. So if you want the narcissist obsessed with you, just know that you need to always desist from committing. When you say yes to the narcissist and give them your assurance, they'll stop chasing you.
We know Sigma males
stand out as a rare and intriguing type of personality. Sigma males are known for their intelligence. They are known for their grace, for their unique approach to life. When the Sigma male faces a narcissist, only one thing happens. The narcissist gets defeated. Now, how does the Sigma male defeat the narcissist? Sigma males, they understand the narcissist's mind. The Sigma males, they're gifted in analyzing. They can understand the narcissist's minds. They delve into the psyche of the narcissist. They can recognize the narcissist patterns, how they behave, how they manipulate others, their motives, their weaknesses. This deep insight that the Sigma male has, it allows them to predict the narcissist's moves. It allows the Sigma male to be prepared for the narcissist moves, because they can foretell what the narcissist is going to do. It's like a game of chess. The Sigma male is always steps ahead. Is always 2, 3, 4, 5 steps ahead of the narcissist. The Sigma male studies everything about narcissism. They know the narcissist's behavior. They know the narcissist's weak points. They know the narcissist's vulnerabilities. They use this knowledge to their advantage. Remember, knowledge is power. So, because the Sigma male understands the narcissist's mindset, they understands the narcissist's mind, they can predict the reactions that the narcissist has. They can predict how the narcissist is going to react. They can anticipate the narcissist's moves. And this allows the Sigma male to plan their strategies accordingly. Remember, the Sigma male is a very good observant. They can see things that the narcissist thinks can't be seen. Now, the other strategy that the Sigma male uses to defeat the narcissist is emotional intelligence. The Sigma male is highly intelligent emotionally. They possess a high level of emotional intelligence. They understand their own emotions and those of others. Remember, the Sigma male is empathetic. They can put themselves in someone else's shoes and understand them. This is something the narcissist lacks. The narcissist will always try to get a reaction from people, from those they control. But with the Sigma male, they are always composed, cool, calm, collected. They can't be controlled. They can't be provoked. They know, they can recognize the emotional, manipulative games, mind games that the narcissist is trying to play on them. They'll refuse to play those games. The Sigma male can empathize without getting in the trap, without getting entangled in the narcissist's traps, manipulative traps. Why? Because the Sigma male is highly emotionally intelligent. They are self-aware. They can recognize and manage their own emotions. And this helps them to always stay calm, cool, and collected. They always stay in control, even when the situations are tough. That's why the Sigma male easily defeats the narcissist. The other strategy that the Sigma male uses to defeat the narcissist is they're very good communicators. Remember, communication is a power move. It's a powerful tool to the Sigma male. The Sigma male knows when to keep quiet. They know when to be silent. They know when to speak out. And they know exactly what to say and when to say it, how to say it. This is called strategic communication. This strategic communication helps the Sigma males to assert their position without falling into the traps set by narcissists. Remember, narcissists are master manipulators. But when dealing with a Sigma male, they are cornered. The Sigma male knows the power of words, and they use them very carefully. They use their power, the power of words, to communicate their thoughts and intentions very clearly. And that's why the narcissist cannot defeat the Sigma male when it comes to negotiation, when it comes to conflict resolution, or when it comes to everyday interaction. Because the Sigma male is highly strategic communicator. They know when and how to listen effectively. They know how powerful effective communication is. And this helps them to be able to resolve conflicts very easily. Remember, narcissists love drama, they love conflicts, they thrive in chaos. But Sigma males love peace. And they will do everything to maintain that peace through their strategic communication. This is how the Sigma male defeats the narcissist. Another way the Sigma male defeats the narcissist is by setting boundaries. They know that establishing clear boundaries and enforcing those boundaries will protect them from the narcissist's manipulative mind games, from the narcissist's attempts to control them or to undermine them, to devalue them. By putting boundaries, they're saying that they respect themselves. Boundaries and self-respect is a strong defense, it's a strong shield, a fortress that the narcissist cannot break to get the Sigma male. The Sigma male values their personal space, and they ensure that they are respected. They are clear about what they will not tolerate. The Sigma male is clear about what they will tolerate. And they will communicate these boundaries very clearly, firmly, and respectfully to the narcissist. This confuses the narcissist. They are cornered. And this is one way the Sigma male defeats the narcissist. Another way the Sigma male defeats the narcissist is through withdrawal. The Sigma male knows when to fight, when to engage, and they know when to withdraw. They know when to step back and reassess the situation and probably re-strategize and choose a different path if possible. This is called tactical withdrawal. It is not weakness, but it's a strategic move that the Sigma male uses to defeat the narcissist. Sometimes Sigma male knows that you don't need to fight to win. Sometimes you just need to step back in order to win. Sometimes you need to choose not to fight in order to win. They know that not all battles are worth fighting. And being smart lies in knowing when to walk away. This is one power move that the Sigma male defeats the narcissist. Another way the Sigma male defeats the narcissist is that they are very resilient. And they are known for their adaptability. They know that when you interact with a narcissist, it can be very unpredictable. It can be very confusing, challenging, frustrating. But the Sigma male knows that a narcissist is the master manipulator. So they know that they should be resilient. They're resilient enough to bounce back from setbacks and keep moving forward. A Sigma male adapts to changing circumstances very easily. They adjust their strategies and approaches as needed. A Sigma male is very creative, very resourceful. And when you mix this with their resilience, then it's very difficult for a narcissist to challenge the Sigma male. They will easily defeat the narcissist. Again, the Sigma male has this intuition and insight. They have a sense of intuition and insight which is very sharp. And this helps them when they're interacting with the narcissist. They have this innate ability to sense the underlying motives and intentions of people, of the narcissist. They can read between the lines. They can see beyond the surface. They know the narcissist's intentions. They know the narcissist wants to control, manipulate, destroy, punish, hurt. So they know how to deal with this narcissist. They can unmask a narcissist. Thank you for watching this video. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel if you've not done so. Remember, the Sigma male has this rare ability to defeat narcissists. Sigma empath versus narcissist. Now, you are a Sigma empath if you are a lone wolf who feels the emotions of other people, but is also in tune with your own feelings. You are a Sigma empath if you can read people easily and know when people are lying. You are also a Sigma empath if you get overwhelmed by your environment easily, or you have a heightened sense of smell or hearing. Now, if you are this kind of a person and you're dealing with a narcissist who is a selfish, self-centered, self-absorbed individual who lacks empathy, who only focuses on their own needs, who uses and misuses others, who only wants to use you and discard you, who mainly wants to hurt you. If you're dealing with this kind of a person, how do you think it's going to turn out to be? Now, a Sigma empath feels the emotions of other people, but the narcissist does not care. He lacks empathy. So when these two meet, definitely there is a clash of things there. The Sigma empath can read people easily, and they know when people are lying. And we know a narcissist is a master liar. So when a Sigma empath meets a narcissist, they can read the narcissist easily. They can read the narcissist's mind. They can know that a narcissist is up to no good. They can know this is a narcissist. They can resist the narcissist's manipulative strategies because they can read them. When the narcissist tries to lie to manipulate the Sigma empath knows, because they know when people are lying. A Sigma empath gets overwhelmed by the environment easily because they have this sense of smell or hearing. Now, this is very important when they're dealing with a narcissist. Right. Now, a Sigma empath is an independent person who feels other people's emotions deeply. This trait of a Sigma empath, that is, they can be very sociable but sometimes introverted. They're self-reliant. They tend to be a lone wolf. So, Sigma empaths have this unique ability to read and understand the people while also keeping them at arm's length. You see, the narcissist wants to get close to their victim so that they can control and manipulate them. But the Sigma empath, they can read them and they can keep them at arm's length. They know when to withdraw. The Sigma empath, they tend to be indifferent to social status. They are non-conformists. They are confident about themselves no matter what situation they are in. So when a Sigma empath is dealing with a narcissist and they sense that the narcissist is up to no good, then they know when to distance themselves from that narcissist. So if you are a very intuitive person, you may be a Sigma empath. Sigma empaths, because of their intuition, they have a lot of intuition. They can trust their gut daily. So when a Sigma empath is close to a narcissist, their gut will tell them that they are close to this narcissist. They are close to someone who manipulates others. Because Sigma empaths, they trust their intuition. And this intuition helps them make decisions. Sometimes they'll make excellent decisions without no logical reason for it. Because they are Sigma empaths who are very intuitive. When a Sigma empath starts dating a narcissist, they will know, their gut will tell them. They'll feel that this person is lying to them. They can trust their gut to let them know that there's something wrong with that person they're dating, and they'll be able to keep off and keep away. Sigma empaths, sometimes they have these natural psychic powers. They can connect with the other side of things. And this makes them extremely powerful. They can look at the narcissist and tell that this is a narcissist. A Sigma empath can easily tell when someone is lying. They'll easily know. So, when you're dealing with a Sigma empath, you'll find it extremely difficult to lie around them. Because they will know that you are lying to them. They will detect those lies. So this makes it very difficult for a narcissist to deal with a Sigma empath. Sigma empaths can also read other people's emotions easily. They have this ability to feel other people's emotions very deeply. So when someone is hurt, when a Sigma empath's friend is hurt, they also feel hurt. When the family members of these Sigma empaths are going through a tough period, they are hurt, they are sad, then this Sigma also feels the same. They might not tell you what they are feeling, but they feel it. They look at a person and simply understand what they are going through. So a Sigma empath, when they look at a narcissist, they can tell what they're going through. When someone is stressed, a Sigma empath can know this person is stressed out. If someone is stressed, is overwhelmed, is anxious, the Sigma empath can know. So a Sigma empath can, when they're dealing with a narcissist, they can know if the narcissist is stressed. They can know what kind of feelings the narcissist is going through. And this gives them power over that narcissist. Now, Sigma empaths are very sensitive. Their senses are actually stronger. They have this heightened sense of smell. They are able to catch, a whiff of something that others can't. They can even hear things from very far away. Sigma empaths are in tune with their senses, and this makes them appear stronger than other people. Now, that is one power that Sigma empaths have over narcissists. And also they have dreams or nightmares. These dreams and nightmares are the Sigma empath's way of processing emotions and events that happen during the day. Sigma empaths feel a lot of emotions at once, and it's very likely that sometimes they have these long, realistic dreams that may even turn into nightmares. Sigma empaths, some of them have this ability to look into the future using their dreams. They might dream and actually imagine the future, something might happen in the future. And this is very difficult for narcissists to control this kind of people, because they can suspect, they can feel something, and this is a warning to them. The Sigma empaths can get overwhelmed by their environment easily. Sigma empaths, they enjoy socializing, but they become drained and irritated after a few hours. And this leads these Sigma empaths to become easily distracted by what's around them. And this makes them very unpredictable. And this alone is something the narcissist finds very difficult to deal with. That unpredictability nature of Sigma empaths. Sigma empaths also avoid drama. You see, people who love drama, the dramatic people who love chaos, who thrive in chaos, conflicts, and just dramatic situations, this drain the Sigma empaths easily. Narcissists thrive in drama. Sigma empaths hate drama. Dramatic people have a lot of emotional needs. A Sigma empath feels exhausted when they interact with those kind of people. So, if a Sigma empath is dealing with a narcissist, they'll try to avoid that narcissist once they start being very dramatic. If you hate drama, you hate conflicts, you might be a Sigma empath. Now, Sigma empaths, they can confuse other people. Sometimes they even confuse themselves. They are very social sometimes, but they are also very introverted. This confuses others, narcissists included. This contradicts things. Sigma empaths, these contradictions, these confusions, that makes these Sigma empaths look very well rounded. But it can also be very isolating, because people, they struggle to understand the Sigma empath. And this alone makes narcissists find it very difficult to understand this Sigma empath, because they want to understand the Sigma empath so that they can start manipulating them. Sigma empaths, they understand that people around them don't have that strong desire to be accepted or respected by them. They know it. They can tell. Again, the Sigma empath, they don't want to be in the spotlight. They don't really care about the social hierarchy. They know it, they understand it, and they're in tune with the emotions of people around them. But these Sigma empaths, they don't want to be leaders. Instead, the Sigma empaths are happy fading into the background and living life on their own terms. Sigma empaths are mostly the lone wolves. Their friends They are friendly people, but oftenly they need to spend time alone to relax and recharge. If you are like that, then you're a Sigma empath. Sigma empaths have this calming, soothing presence. Many people find Sigma empaths relaxing to be around. They are very calming people. They comfort others when they're upset. So, Sigma empaths, they feel the emotions deeply. They feel emotions of others deeply. They can soothe people around them very well. Even strangers, they tend to gravitate towards Sigma empaths when they are in need. So, people ask for assistance from the Sigma empath because these Sigma empaths have this calming presence. Now, that is a challenge to the narcissists. They hate peace. And Sigma empaths, again, they treat everyone equally. Sigma empaths, they love treating people equally. They are actually the antidote for narcissists. Narcissists, they don't treat people equally. Sigma empaths, they don't care about social status. They will not treat the narcissist in a unique way. They will not treat the narcissist as more important than others. So, Sigma empaths, they don't care about, thinking people as a superior than others. They treat everyone equally. So a narcissist who thinks they are the center of attention, who thinks they are more important than others, they'll find it very difficult. They'll get frustrated when they're around a Sigma empath. Well, narcissists, selfish, self-centered individuals, very self-absorbed, egocentric, egotistic. They lack empathy, very arrogant. They use and misuse others. Their main aim is to hurt you, to destroy you, to control you, to manipulate you. Narcissism is a personality disorder that poses a big significant challenge in relationships, in human relationships. Now, when a narcissist is dealing with a Sigma, specifically a Sigma male, they will be destroyed. And we want we're asking ourselves, how do Sigma males destroy narcissists? Narcissists are master manipulators. They're very charismatic, but they're very self-centered, exploitative, and they lack empathy. They cause a lot of damage to everybody who's close to them. If you're close to a narcissist, they will damage you. Now, how are narcissists destroyed by Sigma males? How do Sigma males destroy narcissists? That is what we are discussing in this video. Hey, quickly smash that subscribe button if you've not done so. Now, Sigma males, they destroy narcissists in many ways. And we're going to look at 10 ways that Sigma males destroy narcissists. Number 1, they withhold attention. Sigma males will destroy narcissists by withholding attention. We know narcissists need constant attention. They need constant admiration. They need constant praise, constant acknowledgement, constant recognition. They need constant validation, adoration, admiration. Now, Sigma males, they destroy narcissists by withholding this attention. This is the number 1 weapon in a Sigma male's bag. Narcissists need that constant validation, but the Sigma male will refuse to provide this attention to the narcissist. This confuses the narcissist. They become very angry. They become very frustrated. They swing into narcissistic rage because the Sigma male has denied them what they need most. Sigma males, they know that narcissists need and want to be the center of attention. They want everything to revolve around them. So the Sigma males, they use this knowledge to their advantage. They refuse to give the narcissist what they want, what they need. They ignore the narcissist. They make the narcissist cry. They make the narcissist beg for that attention. So this exposes the narcissist in a bad way. Now, another way Sigma males how they destroy narcissists is by criticizing the narcissist. If there's one thing the narcissist hates with passion, it is to be criticized. But Sigma males, they're not afraid to speak their minds. They're not afraid to criticize the narcissist. If something is not okay, they will criticize the narcissist. If the narcissist is wrong, they'll criticize them. They'll correct them. Narcissists have fragile egos. They are very weak. So, they hate to be criticized. They think they are perfect. They think they know it all. So, when a Sigma male criticizes the narcissist, they are confused. They feel pain. They feel embarrassed. They feel humiliated. When Sigma males, they see those errors in the narcissist's behavior, when they see those mistakes and they criticize the narcissist is hurt. They become mad. They're angry because they want to be seen as perfect. Now, Sigma males, they destroy a narcissist also by being able to know what the narcissist is up to. Just by looking at the narcissist, the Sigma male can be able to tell if the narcissist is lying or not. They have this keen sense of observation and analysis. Just by looking at the narcissist, they can tell what the narcissist is up to. Narcissists, they think they are superior to everyone else. They want to be admired. They want to be praised. But they fear criticism and rejection. Now, Sigma males, they know this weakness. So when they see the narcissist, when they observe the narcissist's opinions, decisions, and actions, they know that the narcissist is a liar. So they will undermine the narcissist's confidence and authority. They will question them. They'll point out those negative behaviors, those negative decisions that the narcissist is making. Now, this confuses the narcissist. They get knocked down. They get destabilized. They become angry. They start defending themselves. They are bitter. How dare they? How dare the Sigma male expose them? So the Sigma male will expose those vulnerabilities that the narcissist has. They'll expose those insecurities that the narcissist has. And this is one way that the Sigma male destroys that narcissist. Another way the Sigma male destroys the narcissist is by holding them accountable. If there's one thing the narcissist has, is to be accountable or to take responsibility for their actions, mistakes, wrongdoings, or their bad behavior. Narcissists, they think they're perfect. They think they can't do anything wrong. So when they are held accountable, they feel intimidated. They feel pain. They feel humiliated. They'll start using those manipulative strategies and tactics to hit back. They will blame shift, they'll project, they'll gaslight to avoid admitting their faults, to avoid taking accountability, to avoid admitting responsibility. So, Sigma males, they know how to hold these narcissists accountable, because that's one very effective way the Sigma male knows that it will undermine the narcissist's inflated ego. Remember, narcissists have fragile egos. So when their flaws, their mistakes, their weaknesses are exposed, they feel dismantled. The narcissist feels broken. They feel exposed. They need this constant admiration and praise. But when they are confronted with the Sigma male, with those mistakes of theirs, then the narcissist's ego deflates. It makes them very vulnerable. One thing about Sigma males, they are not afraid to expose the narcissist, that they are not as special or superior or more important than they think they are. Another way the Sigma male will destroy a narcissist is by outshining that narcissist. The narcissists think that they're the best. They think they're number one. The Sigma male knows that they can outshine the narcissist. Narcissists have this inflated sense of self-importance and this need for admiration. So they create a false image of themselves as superior, as successful, talented. They expect others to recognize and praise their achievements. But the Sigma male knows that. So they will not give them that attention, that recognition they want. This will make the narcissist get humiliated. It will undermine, they'll feel undermined, So Sigma will outshine that narcissist to destabilize them. They'll outshine them to humiliate them. They'll outshine them to destroy them. Because narcissists never want to be outshone or overshadowed by anyone. That's an insult to the narcissist's fragile ego. It's a blow to them. It can trigger narcissistic injury. Now, another way the Sigma male destroys the narcissist is by being independent. Narcissists have this need for constant attention and admiration. They love manipulating those around them. So the Sigma male, they know that. and they can manipulate the narcissist just by using that alone. Again, the sigma male knows when you say no to a narcissist, the narcissist is confused. So the sigma male will tell the narcissist no. They will reject the narcissist. And the sigma male is not afraid to say no to anyone, including the narcissist. When the sigma male rejects the narcissist's request, demand, or expectation, it breaks the narcissist. It shatters the narcissist's illusion of superiority and control. Narcissists, if there's one thing they cannot stand, it is to be abandoned, rejected, refused, or ignored, because that undermines the narcissist's inflated sense of self-importance. It exposes the narcissist's insecurity and vulnerabilities. Sigmas, by setting clear and firm boundaries, they disrupt that narcissist's fake reality. It leaves them disarmed and embarrassed. Now, the sigma male will destroy the narcissist by ghosting them. They will disappear without any explanation. The sigma male will refuse to engage the narcissist's mind games. This will be a blow to the narcissist because they need to control the sigma male, but the sigma male is gone. The sigma male will also destroy the narcissist by walking away. They know there's power in walking away. There's power in not looking back. There's power even in ignoring calls and messages. And there's also power in blocking the narcissist in all social media platforms, in all platforms. This is what the sigma male will do to the narcissist. Why narcissist hates you? You know, narcissists are selfish, self-centered, egocentric, egotistic, self-absorbed individuals who lack empathy, who only focuses on their own needs. It's me, with the narcissist. They want to use you, then discard you. They want to manipulate you, control you, hurt you, destroy you, punish you. That is how they get their narcissistic supply. They need constant attention, constant recognition, constant admiration from you, constant validation. They want to be praised all the time. That is what narcissist needs from you. That is narcissistic supply. Now, why does this narcissist hate you? Why narcissist hates you? Number one, you are too independent. Narcissists, they see others' independence as a threat to their control and power. Control is a narcissist's best friend. Control is what gives the narcissist sense of power over you. They seek it out to prove to themselves that they matter, that they are important, and that you need them. So, if you are dependent on the narcissist, and if you are being controlled by the narcissist, then this eases their sense of feeling out of control. Once the narcissist sees that you are dependent on them, they feel that they are in charge, that they are in control. This allows them to do what they want without any boundaries, without any consequences. So, when you establish boundaries, or when you demonstrate self-sufficiency, when you become independent, a narcissist might interpret this as a challenge to their influence. They hate the idea that you could function without their input or guidance, and they will react negatively. They will hate you because they need to re-establish that control. Narcissists, they seek to manipulate you and to control you, to maintain their superiority and to secure the narcissistic supply. So when they see you resisting their manipulation, or when they see that you're no longer dependent on them, they will hate you. You refusing to act like a controlled puppet threatens their sense of power, and this makes them develop negative feelings, and they will hate you. Now, number two reason why narcissists hate you is because you rejected them. Narcissists see themselves as irresistible, and they can't stand the idea of being rejected in any form. They cannot allow themselves to be rejected. So when you reject them, they will hate you. Number three reason why narcissists hate you: you expose them. Narcissists hate to be exposed. They believe they are perfect human beings. So when you expose their manipulative or deceitful behavior, then the narcissist is threatened. Their false identity that they've presented to the world is threatened, and they will hate you. Number four reason why narcissists hate you: you are a threat to their superiority. Narcissists, they think they are more important than everybody else in this world. They have maintained this image as the ultimate and rivaled individual in any group, setting, or context. They rely on this perceived superiority as a cornerstone of their self-worth. So, when you challenge this constructed self-image, it threatens the very foundation of their existence. This perceived challenge triggers their intense dislike or even hatred. The more you undermine the narcissist's grandiosity, the more fervent their negative reactions can become. So if the narcissist senses that you are more respected, more liked than them, then they see it as a personal affront. They see it as an attack. They see you, it's like humiliation to them. They will hate you so that they can reassert their dominance. Number 5 reason why the narcissist hates you. Remember, narcissists thrive on attention, constant admiration, constant validation, constant praise, recognition, acknowledgement. This is the emotional fuel that feeds the narcissist's self-esteem. It is oxygen to them. It is food to them. So when the narcissist sees you not providing that constant admiration or appreciation or praise or attention or validation, they perceive it as a direct attack on their self-worth. They will hate you. Number 6 reason why the narcissist hates you is because you're not admiring them enough. Narcissists, as I've said already earlier in this video, they need constant admiration and approval. They expect you to acknowledge their superiority continually, and they expect you to offer praise. When the narcissist doesn't get this constant validation, they see it as rejection. They see it as disrespect. They see it as humiliation, as an attack. They will hate you for it. Number 7 reason why the narcissist hates you is because you criticized them. Narcissists are highly sensitive to criticism because of their inflated egos and deep-seated insecurities. Remember, narcissists have fragile egos. They will even interpret mild feedback or constructive criticism as a personal attack, and they will hate you for it. Number 8 reason why the narcissist hates you is because you challenge their perception. Narcissists have this carefully curated view of the world that places them at the center. They believe that they are the center of attention. They should be the focus. They should be in the limelight anytime. So when you challenge this perception, when you call out the inconsistency, when you question the narcissist's judgment, then they will hate you. It's like an attack to themselves. It's like an attack to their reality. They will swing into narcissistic rage. They will lash out at you because you've confronted them. Number 9 reason why the narcissist hates you is because they lack empathy. Narcissists lack empathy for others. They cannot understand or relate to the emotions and experiences of those around them. Therefore, because of this, they easily hate you. The other reason why the narcissist hates you is because they are jealous and envious people. They are jealous over your success. Narcissists thrive on being the focus of admiration, praise, attention, adoration. So when someone else, particularly someone close to them, achieves success, then this is seen as a threat to the narcissist's ego. They will hate you for that. The narcissist will also hate you because you are too competent. They resent individuals who demonstrate high levels of competence and capability, especially in areas they value. So when the narcissist sees someone else succeed, someone else excel, it can evoke feelings of inadequacy in a narcissist and leads them to respond with hatred or aggressive competitiveness as a means to cope up with their insecurities. Now, the narcissist will also hate you because you're a happy person. There's nothing that annoys a narcissist more than you being happy, than you moving on from them and living a good life. This shows the narcissist that that they can no longer make you happy, that you are independent. It makes them feel insufficient, inadequate. You see, a normal, happy person, healthy person would want you to be happy because they are healthy inside. And they want you to be happy. They want everyone else to be like them, happy. So, a toxic person, on the other hand, a narcissist, does not view others in the same way. To a narcissist, life is a competition. If you succeed, they hate you. If you are doing well, they need to compete with that. Now, the funny thing is that the narcissist will appear to be very happy, but that is on the surface. Deep down, they can never truly be happy because of their extreme insecurities and low self-esteem. And remember, the narcissist has fragile ego. They will never feel those feelings inside because their happiness is dependent on what others think of them and who is giving them what they need. So when you are dependent on others, when you're depending on others, you can never fully be happy because no one can give you what you need inside. Now, the other reason why the narcissist hates you is because they need you for so many things. The narcissist hates you because they depend on you, because they need you. Now, what do the narcissist need you for? Remember, the narcissist has fragile ego. They're highly insecure individuals. They need you to provide a sense of value to them. They need you to make them feel important. There are many things that the narcissist needs for you. So let me mention them. Number one, the narcissist needs attention and affection from you. They need narcissistic supply from you. The narcissist needs you to fill them up when they are feeling low. They need emotional regulation. The narcissist needs someone to blame. They need someone to accuse so that they don't have to carry that weight alone. The narcissist needs someone to put down so that they feel elevated. The narcissist needs someone around them that has empathy. They need someone that has skills which they want to use to their advantage. In short, they want someone that they can use and discard. They need someone who is easy to manipulate. They need someone who has a history of going along with the flow. They need someone who cannot challenge them. Someone who will say yes to everything that they request or want. They need someone who will not figure out their mind games so that they can keep playing them, perfecting their skills. They need someone that they can easily manipulate and play those mind games with. The narcissist needs someone that they can use. Someone who will stick with them no matter what. Someone who will never abandon them, who will never reject them, who will get stuck with them. First things first, what is an INFJ? INFJ, in other words, the advocate, is a personality type which stands for introverted, intuitive, feeling, and judging traits. The INFJ, they tend to approach life with deep thoughtfulness and imagination. Their inner vision, their personal values, and a quiet, principled version of humanism guide them in all things. INFJ's personalities, they come across as somewhat reserved, but they are fueled by a profound internal passion, stimulated by deep reflective thought and an enormous amount of empathy. They dedicate themselves to the pursuit of purpose. Nothing lights up an INFJ personality like changing someone else's life for the better. Many INFJs see helping others as their mission in life, and they are always looking for ways to step in and speak up for what is right. The INFJs, they try to fix society's deeper problems, hoping that the unfairness, the hardships can become things of the past. Another thing with the INFJs, they value deep, authentic relationships with others. Many INFJ personalities feel that their life has a unique purpose, a mission that they were put onto this earth to fulfill. Now, the big question that we are addressing in this video, why narcissists love to target INFJs? We know that narcissists are selfish, self-absorbed, egocentric, egotistic individuals. They lack empathy. Their main aim is to use and discard others. Their main aim is to hurt others, destroy them. They need constant validation, constant attention, constant admiration. Now, why do these narcissists love to target INFJs? Quickly, if you're watching this video and you've not subscribed to my YouTube channel, smash that subscribe button. Thank you. Number one reason why narcissists target INFJs. INFJs seek the ultimate relationship. That's the number one reason why narcissists find them a good target. The INFJs, they dream big when it comes to relationships. They are idealists who highly value the few people they let into their private inner world. In their search for the ultimate relationship, the INFJs are driven by a genuine desire for a partner who respects and honors them for who they are. Now, that is one reason why narcissists love to target INFJs. Because the narcissists will use a trick called love bombing to get the INFJs. When we talk about love bombing, it is when a narcissist overwhelms their target, or when they overwhelm someone with sweet talk, lots of attention, grand promises, expensive gifts, dinners, vacations, in order to control them later. Now, when a narcissist is love bombing the NFJ will think that this love bombing is a sign of a perfect relationship that they've been hoping for. They will think that they're getting all the love and all the attention they might have been missing. So, one thing about INFJs, they love meaningful conversation. And love bombing might initially sweep these INFJs. Narcissists can sweep these INFJs off their feet by love bombing, through giving them so many compliments, through buying them gifts, giving them attention, sweet talking them, promising them big things that they know they'll never accomplish. So, just like any other human being, the INFJ can easily be fooled by the narcissist who will pretend to be vulnerable and admiring. But one thing about the INFJ personality, once they figured out the narcissist manipulative tactics, they can now tell the difference between a person who is genuine and a person who's fake, pretending. And this will help the INFJ in avoiding or in keeping away from these harmful relationships in the future. Now, the other reason why narcissists find INFJs very attractive, why they love dating them, why they love to target INFJs, is because INFJs often feel like they need to fix others. One trait about INFJs is that they are usually highly sensitive people, and they also have a big heart. They are very compassionate. But sometimes the INFJs will try too hard to help. They think they can change someone who is toxic by trying too hard, especially if that person doesn't want to change themselves. And this is the reason why narcissists love INFJs, because the INFJ will try to fix the narcissist. They'll try to change that narcissist. They want to change that toxic narcissistic behavior. So if you're an INFJ, one thing you should know is that it's not your fault that you've been emotionally abused by a narcissist, for instance. It's just because that's your personality. The INFJs are very caring, and a narcissist can take advantage of that. Because to the narcissist, they focus on their own needs. It's about them. But another thing about the INFJs, they have this ability to empathize. And that's one of their best qualities. So for the INFJs, they just need to be careful about who they are empathetic towards, so that they are not misused or used and discarded later by the narcissist. When it comes to relationships, one thing you should remember is this: if something feels that it is not okay in a relationship, then trust your intuition. And INFJs are very intuitive about others' motivations and feelings. But you should know that not everybody is a narcissist. There are many people who will appreciate empathy and not exploit you when you're vulnerable. And the last reason, number 3 reason why NFJs are loved, why they're easy target for the narcissist, is because the NFJs are always trying too hard to keep everything calm in their relationships. They try to justify or downplay their abusers' actions to avoid arguments. And these narcissists, they want that. The narcissists will always try to trick the INFJ to think that they're overreacting or that they are imagining things. But in reality, it is their instincts which are a sign of something is unhealthy or dangerous. So, if an INFJ speaks up, they might feel like they should apologize for their words. But saying sorry to someone who keeps hurting you does not help. Remember one thing about narcissists: they have fragile egos and they can react badly when they don't get their way. Personality disorders are types of mental health conditions. When left untreated, they can affect someone for life. And in this video, we are going to talk about narcissistic personality disorder and borderline personality disorder. Why do narcissists and borderlines fall in love? Why do they attract each other? Borderlines often end up in relationships with narcissists. Now, can this relationship work? Relationship between the borderlines and the narcissists can be very difficult. Yet, these relationships can work out with the help of mental health professionals. Borderlines and narcissistic people, their relationship is prevalent and it's typically abusive. In other words, it is a relationship that is worth talking about. Most likely, a borderline and a narcissist are incredibly toxic together. But the big question in this video is, why do narcissists and borderlines fall in love? Narcissists and borderlines are complete opposites of each other in terms of the characteristics and traits. A narcissist is known for being grandiose, arrogant, in need of constant attention, and lacking in empathy. And a borderline is someone who's prone to suffering from poor self-image, fear of abandonment, chronic feelings of emptiness, and mood swings. A borderline has a deep-seated belief that they are not worthy of love. They believe that they are worthless, sometimes may stem from childhood abuse or neglect. Genetics and other factors may also play a role. Borderlines feel worthless, and this drives many of the triggers that they experience. So, when a borderline experiences rejection or criticism, they may react with intense anger or fear. A relationship between borderline and narcissist can help each party fulfill their needs, even if it's in an unhealthy manner. The borderline sufferer, they see everything they can't do in the narcissist. They see a narcissist as someone who appears confident and self-assured. The borderline feels like the perfect counterbalance to their own insecurities is that narcissist. So, when a narcissist meets a borderline, they can tend to use them to fulfill their need for validation, often at the expense of the borderline sufferer's boundaries and feelings. Remember, the narcissist has this big need for attention, praise, validation, admiration. And this, coupled with the heightened emotions of the borderline, it makes it a very dangerous mix. If the narcissist's needs are not met, they can become cold and distant. They can shun the borderline and trigger their fear of abandonment. However, the borderline isn't always the victim. Sometimes the borderline, because of the extreme behavior, they can push the narcissist so far that they decide to move on and get their needs met by someone else. Remember, narcissists get bored easily. If the borderline pursues the narcissist after this, then it can play into the narcissist's desire for attention and control. People choose romantic partners who are their equals in regards to intimacy. Now, the reason the borderline and narcissist relationship is so widespread is because the borderline and narcissists share some of the same intimacy issues. Both tend to lack what we call whole object relations. Whole object relations. This is the capacity to simultaneously see both the good and the bad. Both the narcissist and the borderline, they lack also what we call object constancy, which is a fancy way of saying they don't naturally have the ability to maintain positive feelings over someone while they're feeling hurt or while they're feeling disappointed or angry with them. The borderline and the narcissist also struggle with maintaining emotional connections to someone who is no longer around. So relationships between borderline and narcissists can help those individuals achieve their unmet needs, but it can also be extremely volatile. Now, as I've just said, the narcissist and the borderline, they struggle with object constancy and whole object relations. And we know these skills are integral to stable, intimate relationships. When you talk about whole object relations, that is the ability that allows someone to see good and bad in the same person. It misses in the narcissists and the borderlines. When the whole object relations it allows, or it can accept that both people, it is where someone can accept that both can coincide simultaneously in themselves and others. You see, where someone can see both good and bad, in short. But object constancy is that ability to feel positively towards someone even when you are upset. Object constancy refers to that ability to maintain positive emotions towards someone who moves away. Now, the narcissists and the borderlines, they lack this. They often struggle with that black and white thinking. They don't have the whole object relations, which allows someone to see good and bad in the same person. To them, it's either you are good or you're bad. You are black or white thinking. That's the thinking the narcissist and the borderline have. When you hurt them, they see you as all bad. When you do good things to them, they see you as all good. They tend to forget the qualities, the positive qualities and the experiences that they have shared with that person. The narcissists and the borderlines, they deal with viewing people as out of sight, out of mind. They have that out of sight, out of mind, especially during conflicts. They struggle with maintaining an intimate connection when they feel hurt, angry, or disappointed. These narcissistic borderline relationships, they can work during happy times, but they struggle with object constancy and whole object relations. And this can make conflicts between the two extremely volatile. Borderlines are attracted to narcissists because they have similar relationship skills. They both tend to get into relationships quickly. They feel romantic emotions more intensely than others. They also tend to seek relationships that fulfill what they view as the missing piece in their lives. Narcissists, they appear confident and sure of themselves. And borderlines crave that confidence, that show of themselves image, because they see it as what they're missing. So the narcissist craves the attention that borderlines give The narcissist is happy to stick around the borderline and get that attention, and the borderline is willing to stick to the narcissist to get what is missing in them, that confidence and being sure of themselves. Now, narcissists tend to reject their vulnerability, but the bipolar are exact opposites. They showcase intense vulnerability through unstable, intense emotional reactions. So, at the beginning of the relationship, they can attract. That's why they say opposites attract. Because they are at similar levels of intimacy. And that is very important in maintaining a successful relationship. Now, according to the DSM-5, that is the Diagnostic Statistical Manual 5, it says it characterizes narcissists as being self-centered, grandiosity, lack of empathy, need for admiration, and manipulative behavior, tending to exploit others. So, in short, for you to be a narcissist, for you to be diagnosed of narcissistic personality disorder, according to DSM-5, someone must have 5 of these 9 criteria: a grandiose sense of self-importance, an intense preoccupation with fantasies of success, power, intelligence, beauty, or love, a belief that the narcissist is special and should only associate with similarly special people, an intense need for admiration, entitlement, exploitation, lack of empathy, envy of others, or the belief that others envy the narcissist, and arrogance. Now, according to DSM-5, it characterizes bipolar disorder, borderline personality. It characterizes the borderline personality disorder as featuring chronically erratic mood and behavior. And these are the symptoms, according to DSM-5, the symptoms of the borderline personality disorder. That is intense fear of abandonment, a pattern of unstable relationships, an unstable or missing sense of self-identity, intense paranoia when under stress, difficulty regulating anger, persistent sadness or feelings of worthlessness, suicidal behavior, including self-harm or ideation, intense and recurring mood swings, impulsive behaviors. Now, the narcissists and borderlines, they form intense, quick attachments. They both can quickly form intense romantic attachments based on very little information about the other person. Now, the reason why the borderline and the narcissists are attracted to one another is they magnetize. Each one helps the other play out their individual drama by fulfilling their needs. When the borderline first encounters a narcissist, they see everything they are not and cannot do. They are amazed by the narcissist's confidence, and they'll recognize that confidence missing in their own life. The borderline finds that being involved with the narcissist validates their character. It boosts their self-esteem. It provides a sense of completeness that they have never experienced before in the initial stages of the relationship. The narcissist, on the other hand, feels like the perfect match. So they throw themselves to this borderline and they believe they have gotten a good narcissist supply. When a narcissist meets someone who's a borderline, they recognize them because they feel that they can fulfill their needs of giving them constant attention, validation, and admiration. The borderline throws themselves to the narcissist, affirming and reaffirming the idealized sense of self. So it becomes easy for the two to be romantically involved. In short, the two personality disorders act as polar opposites to each other, positive and negative charges that attract one another. Remember, the borderline lives for love. They use connecting to someone as a remedy for feelings of emptiness, restlessness, and loneliness. But the narcissist chooses their lovers based on whether that person enhances their self-esteem. Because the narcissist's need for self-esteem is ongoing. They cannot wait to get to know the person better. What attracts narcissists are not the enduring personal qualities of the other person or even compatibility. To the narcissist, so long as they can get constant supply of attention, then they are good to go. Narcissists can fall in love, yes, but they are likely to expect such very different things out of that relationship. And most likely the relationship is unlikely to be successful for very long, because narcissists want continuous self-esteem enhancement. The borderline wants continuous unconditional love. Narcissists want their mate, that is the borderline, to enhance their sense of self-esteem. The borderline want continual reassurance that they are loved. So both sets of needs may be fulfilled in the early love bombing stage, the early honeymoon stage of the relationship, when the narcissist is love bombing the borderline. But as time goes by, they'll be less satisfied because they'll become more accustomed to being with each other. You know, when people are used to each other, they take each other for granted. A dark empath is a person who has the emotional intelligence to understand how others feel, but uses that skill to manipulate people. Dark empath possesses the traits of the dark triad, the three personality disorders that make up the dark triad. That is narcissism, psychopathy, and Machiavellianism. Now, the big question, what is a dark empath? The dark empath uses their emotional intelligence to manipulate others. Regular empaths are very emotionally sensitive and they use their sensitivity to sympathize with other people. But the dark empath, they possess only cognitive empathy. This means they can intellectually understand how other people feel, but they lack the sympathy or compassion to treat them well. The dark empath might exploit their ability to understand someone's emotions in order to use that against that person. So, empaths are generally driven by their desire to help people, and their ability to read others' emotions and needs is a very useful tool in doing just that. However, the dark empaths, they possess all the ability, but none of the desire to help. They don't help. Now, the other definition, in understanding what a dark empath is, dark empaths are said to embody narcissism, psychopathy, and Machiavellianism. They embody the three personality traits known as the dark triad. That is narcissism, psychopathy, and Machiavellianism. When you talk about narcissism here, it refers to a disorder in which a person has an abnormally inflated ego and an intense desire for attention and reassurance. We know that narcissists, they're selfish, self-absorbed individuals. They lack empathy. They need constant admiration, constant validation, recognition, attention, and reassurance. So you can identify a narcissist by their superiority complexes and tendency to be manipulative. The psychopathy is an antisocial disorder which is characterized by a total lack of compassion, despite being able to read people very well. Psychopaths may struggle to control their behavior or feel any remorse for harm they may cause. They are often manipulative and prone to criminal behavior. Then the third personality disorder is Machiavellianism, which is named for the controversial Italian Renaissance political philosopher Niccolo Machiavelli. Machiavellianism describes someone who is cunning and willing to go to extremes to get what they want. Machiavellian people may be vindictive, manipulative, cynical, and prone to betraying others without remorse. So, when you're talking about a dark empath, what are the signs that someone is a dark empath? Number one, they act sweet in public, but they are very cold in private. And a dark empath, they know what other people want to see, and they are very good actors. So they'll be sweet in public, but very cold and private, but very cold in private, very cold behind closed doors. Behind closed doors, their mask falls to reveal a cold, calculating, manipulative bully. But in public, people think highly of them. In public, they appear gallant. They hold doors open for other people. They smile, they love bomb, and they appear like prince and princess, charming. But once the dark empath is alone or with someone on the inside, that is someone close to them, they'll drop that act. Dark empaths, they appear so charming in front of others. But if someone they're close to accuses them of being abusive in private, they may not be believed. When you accuse a dark empath, nobody will believe you because publicly they are different. Again, another sign that someone is a dark empath, they make jokes at other people's expense. They know how to twist the knife. They tend to be sarcastic and to revel in making others a laughing stock through their jokes. They love, they gravitate towards public embarrassment, but they still present themselves as kind-hearted. They will sometimes defend cruel behavior by insisting that they didn't mean it or it was just a joke. Now that is the dark empath. The other sign of a dark empath, they refuse to accept responsibility. Just like the way narcissists are. The dark empaths, when you call them for their actions, they will not accept responsibility. They are masters, or they are very good at manipulating others. And they'll often succeed at turning the problem around and convincing the other person that they've done nothing wrong. They are also the dark empaths are also known for their fake apologies, and they love presenting themselves as superior to the offending party, to the offended party, by acting condescending and over apologizing. You'll hear the dark empath saying, "I'm so sorry, I never realized you take it that way. Are you okay? You poor thing," or "Are you okay? I'm so sorry." So the offended person feels like a fool, like they feel silly, they feel pity, they feel childish. Now, the dark empath is also identified by putting people in compromising positions. They put people in impossible position to get what they want. They are happy when they put people in those situations. They can get important information, vulnerable information from other people, and then they later use it to their advantage. They love bomb people close to them in order to gain their trust. Then they blackmail others, later on. They are happy when they do that. They put those close to them in compromising positions to test or ensure their loyalty or to ensure if they are loyal or not. Again, the other sign of a dark empath, they love gossiping. Since they love seeing and putting people in compromising positions, the dark empaths, they love gossips. They love those juicy gossips. It doesn't have to be true, but they love those gossips, and they'll always exaggerate rumors they hear, and they want people to keep spreading those gossips and rumors. Now, the dark empath is also kind as long as you agree with them, because they like to be in control. Now, the dark empath, again, they have this massive ego. If they have those dark triad disorders, then dark empaths they'll just need to be at the center of attention at all times, and they will also hate criticism, and they'll feel threatened by other people's achievements. You see, they feel threatened when others are succeeding and achieving. If someone in the dark empath circle wins an award or gets a promotion, they'll do everything to undermine that success. Now, the other sign, in short, a dark empath has so many traits of a narcissist. So a dark empath is totally different from an empath. Many people get confused between dark empaths and narcissists, and even narcissists. Now, dark empaths and narcissists may seem similar, but they are different. Though they both possess a certain charm and ability to manipulate others. The dark empaths and the narcissists, these are two personalities that have same motivations, behaviors, and even emotional depths. Narcissists, they're driven by a constant need for admiration, constant need for attention, for praise, for recognition, and they have this grandiose sense of self-importance. They lack empathy, they exploit others. The dark empaths are more complex personalities. They possess a heightened ability to read and exploit the emotions of people around them. That is one key trait about the dark empath. Now, before we continue looking at the dark empath and the narcissist, maybe we should ask ourselves, who's an empath? An empath is someone who can deeply feel and take in the emotions and energy of others around them. And empaths are very in tune with the feelings and experiences of people near them. They can feel what others are feeling themselves. The empaths, they have great compassion and understanding for what people are going through, because they have this ability to share others' feelings. Now, for someone to be an empath, they are highly sensitive, they are compassionate, they are good listeners, they need alone time, because being around people's emotions for too long can be draining for empaths. They need plenty of alone time to recharge, and they avoid conflicts. Empaths, they love nature, they have these protective instincts, and they are very intuitive. And when you talk about the dark empaths, while a regular empath feels and takes in emotions to better understand others, a dark empath uses this sensitivity for harmful reasons, and those are manipulation and for personal benefit. Dark empaths have the same ability to detect and internalize the emotional states of others, just like empaths, but they use it as a weapon. A dark empath, they study how people respond emotionally. They observe what upsets people so that they can exploit these things. They want to know people's weaknesses. So then they play mind games to get inside someone's head and find their weaknesses. So within the dark empath, you can recognize them because they are good at faking emotions. They can mimic and fake emotions that they don't feel. They are very skilled actors and pretenders, and they are very manipulative, and they are masters when it comes to lying. They are masters at manipulation. The dark empaths will say and do whatever is needed to get what they want from someone, even if it means lying and deceiving. And they are experts in playing mind games. Dark empaths love mind games. They love messing with people's heads. They get satisfaction, they get a thrill when they confuse people and make them question reality. And they are very good at reading people's minds and emotions. The dark empaths, they are very observant, and they are very skilled at picking on people's vulnerabilities, people's fears and insecurities. Then they use this knowledge to take advantage of these people. They lack empathy. The dark empaths lack empathy. They lack remorse. Despite being able to sense emotions well, the dark empaths have no actual empathy. They don't feel genuine concern for others' feelings or remorse for hurting people. They are very cunning, they are very charming, and they can easily blend with people. The dark empaths can be very friendly and very charming until they get what they want. They use that charm as a tool to lower defenses. They will blame others for their mistakes. They never take responsibility. They're never accountable. They never take responsibility for their actions. They always shift blame to others when caught in wrongdoing. And they like to create chaos. All right? They like to create a chaos environment. They love to create drama, turmoil. They love to create emotional chaos in people's lives because this gives them a sense of power and control. Now, when we look at narcissists, this is someone who is excessively self-absorbed, self-centered, inconsiderate of others. They're selfish. You know, they think about themselves. They have this inflated sense of importance and a constant need for admiration, recognition, attention, praise, reassurance, adoration. They believe they are more important than others, that they are better than everyone else, and that they are unique and they deserve special treatment. They lack empathy, they're narcissists, and this means they struggle to understand or care about others' feelings. They only focus on themselves and their own desires. It's about themselves only. They want to be the center of attention at all time. Now, dark empath versus narcissist. When you look at these two closely, there are two different kinds of toxic people, but they share very many, or they share some similar bad behaviors. A dark empath is very good at picking up on other people's emotions and feelings. However, instead of using this skill to be kind, to show compassion, to be sympathetic, to be helpful, the dark empaths, they use it in evil ways to trick and take advantage of people. The dark empath, they'll study people carefully to learn their weaknesses, to learn their fears, to learn their insecurities. Then they lie and play mind games to mess with people's heads and exploit those weak points. Dark empaths are master manipulators. They get an ego boost from controlling situations and messing with people's emotions for their own benefit. A narcissist, on the other hand, they somebody who has overinflated sense of their own importance and superiority over others. They believe they're superior than others. They are more important than others. They deserve special treatment. They believe they're extremely special and entitled to constant praise, constant attention, constant admiration, validation, acknowledgement, recognition, reassurance. The narcissists, they lack the ability to care about other people's feelings. It's me with the narcissist. It's always about themselves. They focus on themselves alone. They are so selfish, so self-centered, so self-absorbed, egocentric, egotistic individuals. They will exaggerate their achievements. They'll brag about themselves constantly, and they look down on others as being beneath them. So, like dark empaths, narcissists, they take advantage of people to get what they want. They use and discard people. But the narcissists, they take advantage of people. They do this because of their arrogance and belief that they deserve special treatment, not through studying emotions like dark empaths. The dark empath, they take advantage of people, but by first studying people's emotions. So both dark empaths and narcissists are toxic. They can be toxic. They can be manipulative people. But the dark empath, they use more underhanded mind games. But narcissists are more overtly arrogant and entitled. Now, dark empaths and narcissists are different personality types, though they are similar in some ways. Both can be very charming and charismatic. They draw people in with their personalities and they create that first strong impression. They both tend to be very manipulative. This means they try to control situations or to influence people for their own benefit, whether it's obvious or subtle. Thirdly, they lack empathy. The dark empath, though the dark empath might have some empathy, but they lack. It's like they lack empathy. The way they are. That the true nature of the dark empath is that they have no empathy, just like narcissists. And they are both the dark empath and narcissists are both self-centered. They only focus on their own needs, their own desires, at the expense of others sometimes. And They have shallow relationships. Both dark empaths and narcissists struggle to form deep connections with others because they want relationships to serve their own interests or boost their ego. Now, the big differences between the dark empath and the narcissist is that the dark empath, they use emotional manipulation as their main tactic, as their primary tactic, while narcissists are more focused on fulfilling their need for admiration and superiority. The narcissist mainly wants to be admired, to feel superior, but the dark empath, they mainly use emotional manipulation to get what they want. Dark empaths can create deep emotional connections. Those, most of the time, they're fake, and they do that to exploit others. While narcissists cannot form genuine emotional bonds. That's another difference. The dark empath can create deep emotional connections or bonds to exploit others. But narcissists cannot form those emotional bonds, cannot form genuine emotional bonds. Again, the other difference is that dark empaths, they appear caring and compassionate on the surface, but narcissists are more openly arrogant and self-centered. Dark empaths lack empathy, but they can pretend, they can mimic it skillfully. They pretend they have empathy. But narcissists lack empathy and they make little effort to hide it. So, in short, both personalities, the dark empath, the narcissist, they lack empathy, and they can be both highly manipulative. The dark empath uses emotional tactics more deliberately, while narcissists are driven more by this inflated sense of self-importance and a need for constant admiration. Now, if you're watching this video and you've not subscribed to my YouTube channel, quickly smash that subscribe button, all right? Hit the notification bell as well. Subscribe. Hit the notification bell. That way, every time I upload a new video, you get notified about it. Thank you. God bless you. Catch you later.